Let me. Okay, we are recording instead of streaming. I know, so apologies. What's going on? Project Piper Customs here. We are not streaming live because Zoom is being a bitch and won't let me do it, so apologies there. So we are recording this session and then we'll upload later. But yes, how are we doing, gentlemen? As you can see, we have Zach Williams from SNA Toyz with us, and again Tom Green, because he just doesn't leave me alone.
No. Keep trying to get rid of me.
Absolutely, guys. So you guys all right?
Oh yeah, man. Hope you are.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's a bitch can't stream, but fuck it, we'll record anyway. Because man, there's shitloads to talk about. Fucking Batman Day of all times. So everyone's putting out their Batman shots, and let's just fire up. And what we got a shitload that dropped today in the wonderful fashion that is DC McFarlane. How did we know, eh? How did we know that they were going to drop even more of their multiverse? So next week there'll be another line. There'll be another wave dropping. You wait. So I'm going to share the old screen in a second.
This one there. I've known about this for like what? About 3 weeks. Did I send you the message about this?
Yeah.
Been waiting to talk about it, and they finally released it.
Oh, and how did you know? You got your sources?
I'd tell you, but I'd have to kill you.
Okay, so if you divert your attention to here, we have one of 4 of the new DC McFarlane's. Now, what's this wave called? What is this, the Batman comic based on?
The Last Night on Earth?
Yes.
Last Night on Earth. Now, I'm not familiar with this particular title, so these designs are brand new to me. And this looks fucking crazy.
I read the first issue.
Yeah, that's just mental. So, this is Scarecrow, obviously, and he's got a bit of a Ghost Rider head going on. This looks translucent, which is brilliant because you know some light is going to make that thing pop. Typical Scarecrow fashion with a noose around his neck. I love the tattered jacket. He's got no limbs at the bottom, no legs. You got no legs, Lieutenant Dan. But he does have some badass hands right here with syringes at the end because, you know, everyone's a drug addict in Gotham. So, yeah, if you want your crystal meth, your meth dealer, come to Scarecrow and he'll hook you up. But this thing is fucking mental. I hope these are, I mean, I doubt these bits here are articulated. I guess it's just going to be articulated at the knuckle right here. But, yeah, so what are you guys thinking on this then?
I'm loving this. I mean, I enjoyed the book. I don't think the book was the best Batman book I've ever read, but it had some really cool designs in it.
Yeah.
There's a lot more for him to choose from apart from the 4 he's just released. So if he carries on with this book, it will be a really cool wave.
It's really a Mad Max style storyline going on, but I do hope those fingers are articulated because I'm assuming the Build-A-Figure is going to be Bane. So if that's the case, I don't know how well he's going to hold on to Bane.
Oh, yes. There's no image of Bane yet, but Tom, you did just send me over the comic book image. Now, I haven't got it on a computer, but I do have it on my phone. And if it's not too glary, you kind of get an idea from that shot with Scarecrow hunched over his back.
Yeah, that's literally, he just spends the whole 3 issues just like a turtle shell on Bane. That is literally how he walks around.
Well, who better to have an escort? You know, just your own personal fucking just walkabout is the biggest muscular bastard that is Bane, just draped over him as a backpack, bit like that skeleton and from the first Ron Perlman Hellboy movie. Yeah, this thing looks absolutely nuts. I love what you can see here. Let me see if I can full image this bitch. Come now, there you go. It's a bit bigger. This you can just get a glimpse of his face from that. I mean, it looks like the amber stick from Jurassic Park with the skull.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
But yeah, the skeleton underneath, that's just mental. That is awesome.
Their sculpt work is fantastic. They're getting really good at their figures.
Yeah. The jacket alone looks crazy.
Yes, it does.
So yeah, that's brilliant. I'm not
So
sure.
I'm thinking he'll stand up from those little tattered pieces from the back. Almost be like a tripod, maybe.
Possible, or if the hands, eyes only means a bit like Doc Ock's claws,
Yeah.
technical things. But then again, these are very, very thin. I'm not sure if they're going to be strong enough. I'm not, or the joints are going to be strong enough to, instead of just being loose. Very curious.
He'll probably come with a stand. I mean,
I think it'll come with some sort of a stand.
Yeah.
The Green Lantern, what was it, the Green Lantern Batman? He came with a flight stand, didn't he? I think he came
Yeah,
with
the same one that Superman came with, I think.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know whether this one might have something that like plugs in the bottom of it or what, but there'll be some sort of stand with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll just pop it on an ACBA stand, I would think, and wedge it up in the jacket. But
Yeah. That looks awesome.
or it'll just be draped over Bane's back on the shelf.
That would do it. So
I'm sure that's what everybody's going to do.
yeah,
I mean, that's
Bane's gonna be massive. Do you reckon it will be like the size of the Storm Collectibles one, or?
I think it'll be like Devastator size,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
which would be about good enough for me, like 8 inches to 8.5 inches.
Yeah. Okay, moving on to the next, which my mouse will allow me, is this guy. So I'm completely unfamiliar with this. This is obviously a Batman.
Same here.
This is Omega.
Oh.
Not Batman.
Oh.
It's hard to. I don't want to spoil the story if you haven't read it.
No.
Anything about it without. Well, if you read the minute you read issue 1, you'll know exactly who he is anyway. But
Gotcha.
It's the big bad in the book, basically.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Oh, he looks pretty badass, I also have to say. So
He does look really cool.
he's got a bit of an animated series style head going. So
Yeah, I mean they based this one really on like Capullo's artwork.
Yeah.
Because he does that with like his Batman doesn't have the nose; it's just a flat. And they based this one a lot more on it rather than the other figure in the line, the other Batman.
Texture and sculpture. Has he got a cape, or is that just? Because I can't seem to see it apart from whatever this is.
It kind of varied in scene to scene, but he does have a little cape.
Yeah.
In some bits, so I assume that's what that is.
Gotcha.
But I mean, he looks fairly well articulated again, certainly for a McFarlane. I don't know how much range you're going to get out of the shoulders because they look like the armor pieces look fairly squared off. Whether that's
so, and you've got a little butterfly joint
to move out of the way or something, I don't know. But
I like the fish scales. They look really good.
The texture in
the
here.
texture on the suit, they look like fish scales or dragon scales.
Yeah, actually, a bit like Aquaman. Yeah, it looks pretty decent actually. That's a pretty cool sculpt. I think they're butterfly joints, so it might help raise up the arm a bit. Because yeah, you're right, that flat piece there, that would hinder it quite a bit. Hopefully not. But yeah, that looks pretty dope. So we are going to move to the next. Here we go. Here we go.
That's what I'm ready for.
All right, Wonder Man, Batman, whatever you are. So take us through this one, Tom, because I'm unfamiliar with this one again.
It's the start of the story is Bruce Wayne wakes up in Arkham.
Oh shit!
And being told that he shot his parents and went insane.
Fuck.
Created this whole Batman persona in his head. And that was his Batman costume when he was in the asylum, which was apparently like an electrotherapy helmet.
Yeah.
So that is kind of like the bat suit.
Basically,
and it only like the first half of the first issue, but it's just such a cool look.
So basically, you just used what he had to work with in the insane asylum. So the kind of like the straight jacket.
Yeah, like the cape isn't a cape; it's like the straps from the straight jacket hanging down.
That's fucking genius.
It's just really, really cool.
Yeah.
I do hope he comes with that little accessory that we're expecting.
He does.
He does? Oh, okay, good.
They're keeping hush hush on that, yeah.
No, McFarlane released the images of it already.
Oh, did they?
Not fully painted. He done a video of like, you know, he's been doing the behind the scenes videos where it's like the
is
base sculpt.
Is it on his Facebook?
Yes.
So
no, it's on Instagram, I think.
Okay.
I'm sure I've got it here somewhere.
I might have to go hunt for that
Curious
now.
to see that as well.
Oh,
I'm going to bring up his. So it's Todd or the McFarlane official site.
yeah, I've got. It was on a video. I've got a screenshot of it here. I'll send it over to you on Facebook Messenger so you can access it.
Okay, mate. Let's see if it's on his.
All right, well, there's that. Is that Omega right there off to the left?
Did see just that. I'm going to see if Messenger will come up properly on this. Wait for this to load because, you know, my internet and all.
If you haven't read the book, you won't get what we're about to look at. But
I know, Tom, I'm about to expose the news that you sent me. My dirty messages. All right, that's still going live. Yeah, let me just reply to Neil quick. Neil, yeah, Neil sees this, so I'm going to reply. Zoom. Oh, wrong one. Come on, who am I? That's it, Neil. Here you go. Come on, Neil. Right. Zoom being a bitch and won't let me. Not alert me, let me.
He's just texted me saying he's got his missus watching a TV show, so he could come and watch this.
Poor guy's got to watch Grey's Anatomy now.
I've been watching that for like the last 3 weeks.
You've been watching Grey's Anatomy?
Well, I haven't had a choice, so.
That'll do. Sorry, mate. Zoom being a bit more. Let me, apologies. So, yeah, sorry, mate. When you see this, well, if you decide to stick it out and watch this later, then yeah, hopefully you found something else to watch. Sorry. But yes, so Tom sent over a couple of photos. So let's see here. Oh my. Oh,
yes.
Hello, Sailor. Are you seeing this?
Oh.
So is that coming up for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it.
Oh, good. Okay, so that's lovely. So I have no clue what this is, but it's got you guys excited, so I'm excited.
It's the Joker.
Oh, shit.
The Joker is a head in a jar.
It's like his Jiminy Cricket.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, I'm going to have to read this book now.
You really do.
Yeah.
It's proper weird, but proper good.
Is it available as a trade paperback?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't do digital comics, stuff like that shit.
I read it digitally, and it annoys the fuck out of me. So I'm going to have to buy the book.
Yeah.
I'm going to have, that might be my first McFarlane DC figure.
Oh, I don't think it'll be your last either.
I don't think so.
Especially, did you see, because that's another thing I'll bring up, and I hope it's on McFarlane's Facebook page, but did you see the cycle that they brought out?
Yes. The medals,
yes, sirree. So,
I was looking at that and I said, you know what? Who else would look good on this is Nosferatu.
That would work.
That would work. If you somehow, I don't know, made it not look like a bat from the bones, but maybe Ghost Rider. Let's see this.
McFarlane have really. They started off weak. That first wave was weak. And since the White Knight wave was fucking brilliant. And everything else they've started revealing since then has just been so good.
Yeah, it's one hit after another at the moment. Now, yeah, I bet they're shooting themselves in the foot for that first wave. But no, they gave them something to, up. They set their own bar and then they've elevated it.
Give me 1 second. My wife is calling. Hold on real quick. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good, mate. You're good.
Oh, damn, that Wonder Woman is so cool.
I know. So she's got the mohawk going on. It kind of looks a bit like Sharpness.
She hasn't got the scars. If you read the book, like, one half of her face is really scarred up.
Oh, really? Okay.
Basically, what happened, like the thing in the book is Lex Luthor somehow convinced the whole world that everything, like, you know how sometimes you'll talk and you'll say, like, if you all banded together, like, you could just take the world over.
Yeah.
That is basically what he convinced everyone to do.
Oh, shit.
And they did it. So they stormed the halls of justice and, like, just wiped it out.
Fuck.
So Superman's dead. Batman's dead. Which makes no sense when you consider it's a Batman, but if you read it, you will understand it.
Yeah.
Especially if you've read... It links into a couple of other Batman books before it.
Okay.
Well, did you read Endgame? The New 52?
No. I haven't read a lot of new Batman stuff.
In that, it linked back to another short story drawn by Sean Murphy, funnily enough, who I drew White Knight.
Okay.
And it was just like a offhand thing, like in the back. I can't remember what issue it was, but I think it might have been one of the Batman annuals or something. There was like a collection of like short stories at the end.
Right.
And I'll try and link it to you later. He had one of like Bruce Wayne waking up in his early 20s. And there's like a really old Bruce Wayne in the Batcave with like fucking man bun and everything. He looked like an old samurai. And then like the Bruce Wayne that had just woken up was like the fifth one. Because basically they just create a new Bruce Wayne every however many years that he's needed, programming with the memories.
Fucking hell.
Send him out in the world. And then they incorporated that into the New 52. Because in, was it Endgame? I can't remember. One of the books where he was fighting Joker and he basically died but came back to life because of some mystical compound, but lost his memory. So didn't care that he was Batman anymore. And then he had to use this machine to give him his memories back. And then that machine again comes into play in this book.
Oh, okay.
So it all kind of, you don't have to know the other books, but it does all link together.
Gotcha. Fucking hell. Do you reckon this would be a great animated movie if DC decided to do it? But hopefully not change it too much like they did with Hush.
They couldn't change anything.
No.
Like,
have to be...
They could do it, but they couldn't mix it up.
Mm.
But it's got some, like, the character designs in it are really good. I mean, you see, like, Wonder Woman looks fucking brilliant. Like, the Mohawk just looks so cool.
Mm.
Like, so she's missing the scarring from the face. But apart from that,
I mean, they might throw in an alternate head, or if they don't and leave it plain, and I guess a lot of customizers will start, just sculpting.
It's got an alternate head, which is the Dr. Fate helmet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which she appeared in for 3 panels, if I remember rightly.
I don't know why I feel she would look good with the in-game Captain Marvel hairstyle.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Just like the boyish look.
Yeah.
But no, I wish that was a cloth cape, but
just looking at that,
that's going to be an easy swap to do for one.
Yeah, because it looks at things, it's just plugged in here, so you just have it fed into this collar piece, and then that's it.
But it's that bar the scars that are missing, I think it looks exactly like the book. And I mean, there might be the scars there, and I'm just not seeing it properly. But
I mean, it depends on how subtle. Let me see if bringing it any bigger. About the zoom in.
It's kind of hard to see. It's on like the left hand. Like you can see, like where the deeper shadow is.
Yeah.
Is where the scars. That's the exact line of where the scars should be. So whether it is there and it's just not showing up properly.
Could be. Yeah. Could be
quite subtle in the book.
Yeah. Yeah, that looks pretty awesome.
Definitely different, but it looks really good.
Yeah, it's the first one that they've released that I want to buy the whole wave, and not just for the bath. I just want to buy the wave.
Yes. Oh, when they announced that, or when they release images of Bane, it's that might be their best. But, well, what's it? Their second Build-A-Figure, right?
Yeah, I think it'd be their second figure. I think they've done, because they've done the Batmobile, didn't they? Which was
that pod thing, that Vaptor cycle thing.
Yeah. Well, they did the second one was the giant knight dude or whatever it was, big blue dude. I don't know who that was. It's from Metals, I think.
Yeah, the Wonder Woman Batman mix-up thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that Bane's gonna look. If they use that type of detail, that Bane's gonna look nasty.
With the green veins, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can just see the way the Scarecrow's just like hunched over his back. Imagine with that figure with those freaky hands, just how cool that's gonna look.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would look badass.
I mean, I'm loving it because like Greg Capullo is my favorite Batman artist from the last like 10 years.
Definitely.
So,
Snyder right?
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay. Fair play. But I did not know that. I didn't know Snyder wrote comic books as well.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's not the best book you're ever going to read, but it's just interesting. Like,
yeah,
the world's just an apocalypse, and it's just weird.
No, I like that though. I like just not like another day in the life of, oh, this is what this villain's getting up to kind of thing. You know, where the whole game is just changed in the book. You know, whatever happened, and they'd spend the book explaining what's happened. You know, I like that kind of shit.
Yeah, so I think you'll really like the book, especially since it's one of those ones that you don't need to have read much Batman stuff.
Yeah. Fair enough. Oh yeah, Zach. Sorry, these are the ones that if you see them.
Oh yeah, I've seen all of those. Yeah, I'll have to definitely hit you up this week.
Okay, buddy. Nice one. Now going on to Batman Day. This is something I wanted to bring up.
Oh yes.
Oh, did you know about this, Zach?
Yeah, actually, I just saw this a couple of days ago. It's kind of a bummer, right?
What could have been, indeed, Marvel Legends style bloody DC figures.
I mean, Zach won't get this reference, but Ben will. You remember Bullseye?
Yeah.
Do you remember at the final thing when they lost, and they'd still wheel out the speedboat and say, "This is what you could have won,"
Yeah.
and then away again, just like "fuck you," you're not getting it, but you can see it.
Bloody hell, mate! I got that one.
But that's exactly what this feels like. This is what you could have had. You weren't getting it, but you could have had it.
Yeah, they'd have to rub it in your face. Just to give you a bit of context, Jack, Bullseye used to be it's basically a darts show.
Okay.
For sports, but it was basically for darts, and yeah, they called it Bullseye, and they'd have people on doing their dart shit. But it was mainly like a game show, but with darts. And yeah,
like
so
you'd get some interesting people on there.
Oh fuck yeah, Christ!
What year was this from? When were these supposed to release?
This was around, I think, I'm trying to remember because I know he moved to Mattel in about 2012.
These definitely looked ahead of their time.
So I'm assuming this was around, I don't know, 2014, 2015, around that sort of time probably.
Okay.
Because he done this as a like this was nothing. He wasn't commissioned to do these. He was working for Mattel, but he just done them as a labor of love kind of thing.
These are kind of like a basement project.
I guess that's why you got the pins here in the shoulders.
Yeah, and he basically you can them to show Mattel what they could make the line, and I can only assume they turned around and said, "No, fuck off. These are too good."
We don't have it in the budget. Yeah,
but I mean, you can tell they came from the guy that designed Marvel Legends, because that looks like a Bucky cap body with a Batman head on it, basically.
It does,
but just updated. Like I love the wrinkles in the suit and everything.
That sculpting is perfect.
Yeah, along the muscles here, the striations is crazy. I love that. It's like he's wearing spandex, you know, and just here in the muscles.
The black and gray and brown. That's probably my favorite.
Yeah, that's what I'd have gone for.
Yeah,
that's nice. That's tight. What was there another picture? I believe I'm going the right way. Oh, here we go. And an unmasked head.
And there's that paintwork is phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean we probably wouldn't have got that level on the release, but we'd have got the sculpt.
And he comes with the hood, and we didn't really see that hood thing in Marvel Legends until the brown suit Wolverine came out. The comic card, the retro card. That's really cool.
But even now, like, there's premium lines that, like, Mafex done it with the Wolverine.
Yes.
But they did it with Batman.
Yep.
Like, that should have come with the Hush Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
What could have been, eh? Fucking Mattel. You're idiots. But, you know. Yeah, because I mean, you've always dreamed of like, what if DC had their own version of Marvel Legends? Mattel was never that. It tried to be, but what would a Marvel Legends style Batman look like? And this is pretty much it. Be a similar price point. But what more could you want? And it's just a kick in the nuts. Apologies if I'm going a bit block spottic in the net and all that. Right, let me come out of this. See if I can move us on to a lot of others that dropped. Something seemed to. Oh, by the way, yeah, just this the Toyz post, but yeah, there's the cycle.
Yeah,
that's coming up. If you can see that. Okay. How am I coming across? Am I all robotic or am I all right?
You're good at the minute.
You're good.
Okay, cool. But yeah, so this bat cycle thing looks crazy. Instant buy.
Yeah, I just hope it comes with the figure, or they release the figure. I mean, they've got, if they're doing the bite, they've got to do the figure.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, let's try and go back out of this. Let's go to.
I mean, you can tell it's Batman Day because there is literally so much Batman news coming up.
Tell me about it. All right, let me move on to my slow ass internet. It loads. Come on. Let's go to see it all. Oh yeah, wicked shots with. I love this shot you did, Tom, with the Dark Knight Mafex.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think it was that good, to be honest, but.
That's a great shot.
Just mess around with
it came out really well.
The Mezco Batman head on it. Being as we haven't got a Mafex one yet.
Yeah. Is it? It looks like.
I mean, you got to balance it on there, but it works.
I'll pass one. Just I can't do it. I can't do two Mafex Batman lines.
It's honestly, it's is over the Hush Batman. It's so fucking good.
I know. Everyone keeps saying it and putting the pictures up. And sorry, Zach, what were you saying, mate? Sorry.
Oh no, I was torn between that one and the busted lip. The one with the busted lip. That's the one I want because I love that head sculpt. It comes on the blue suit. He's got like the battle damage and busted lip.
Yeah, on order and all.
That's the one I want.
That's been delayed till December now.
Any date on when that one's dropping?
Yeah, December. It's been delayed again.
It gives you a breather. Okay, look back at this and where are you? More of that damn figure that I'm not going to get to. Hello, Mr. Joker.
There he is.
There he is. We're getting a Hush Joker from Mafex. Inevitable, but you know, still very, very happy to see it.
You know, I don't even need any of the other Hush figures, but this could be just a standalone Joker because he looks fantastic.
Yeah, they could work in with any line you use him in, I think. I mean, he's got the big lips. He's got the big Jim Lee lips. I know, Tom, you're not a fan of the face, of the way Jim Lee draws.
I'm not a fan of the Jim Lee Joker, but I've still pre-ordered it, so, you know.
I've yet to do so. I don't know whether to go to import site or go with Toyz. I really don't know. Because I'm not just that when I get it. Yeah.
£9. And
how much, sorry?
79 quid.
Oh, that's standard, isn't it? So, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, from Nin, I was looking on, it was £58, I think.
Yeah. But
then you've got shipping and possible import taxes on top, and
bring it up to that much.
I'd rather wait another extra couple of weeks and just know I've got it for that price rather than the gamble.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know, you ain't going to have any problems with shipping either.
Yeah.
So. Is it just me, or do you guys prefer the blue over the purple?
I prefer purple, but because I hadn't read the Hush book in so long, I couldn't remember what colour his suit was, and it's not like Mafex to be that wrong, this wrong. So I was googling it, and we were having a show in Tom. It's like, no, he was wearing a blue suit in the book. Yeah, he's got a purple one. So
honestly, it depends what version of the book you're reading. Because it changes up so many times, even between pages it changes up. But you could have the original run of the book, which is then different to the reprint of the book, and then that's different to the graphic novel of the book.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I had so many different bloody copies of that. I had the two hardbacks when they released them in volume. I had all the bloody comics, and I fucking sold them all. Then I had the big, fat, massive omnibus book that was huge, and then eventually get back into it. I got the reprint. So let's have a look now. See if I can find it. But yeah, so like, you know, the big spread poster they did of all the heroes on the rooftop and then all the villains with the Joker's face like right in the corner.
Yeah.
Poster, I believe he's wearing purple, but here we go.
I think the blue looks it breaks it up for the monotony. I kind of like it.
Yeah.
My problem is I can't really help because I'm completely colorblind, and secondly, the version of the book that I always read and is my favorite version of it is
the pencils.
The pencil version.
Oh, I want that. I want that.
It's just all.
Let me see it. I can't. I didn't get a good.
Yeah, don't tease us like that, Tom.
Got it?
Yeah. Or
yeah. Oh yeah.
So it's Hush Unwrapped.
Oh man.
And it is.
If you can find that book, it's literally just even the watercolor scenes that he did in it are all black and white.
Yeah.
But it's just all the pencil work.
Oh.
Yeah, because look, going on this, right? There is blue, okay?
Yep.
Yeah. Here, if you can see it there, is purple.
Do you wonder if it's just like based off of the lighting in the panels? Like,
yeah. I think it is a purple suit, but it changes on the lights.
Yeah. And yeah, it's purple all the way through it, and I guess it's just that one shot of him over the dumpster, crouched down with the gun, is what they've based this figure on.
Yeah.
So
I love it. I love it.
Right.
In fairness, I'm not a big fan of his design, but the more I look at it, the more I'm loving it. But I really cannot wait for this figure now.
Do you wonder if it's going to be the next Mezco DX Joker?
Yeah.
I know, right?
3 years from now, it'll be upwards of $500. Nobody will be able to get their hands on it.
I know. One thing I'm gutted with this is it didn't come with the head where he's got all his teeth smashed in, he's all beaten up. But I guess.
Yeah, I think because it's quite bare. Like it's got the two heads, a gun and a knife. Like I'd like to have seen a bit more with it, but Mafex seem to be stripping back on what they give you lately.
Yeah.
Well, just wait. Knowing Mafex, they'll put that head sculpt in with another figure down the line.
Could do. They love doing that. They love putting in an accessory or with another figure that's meant for someone else, like Superman with the
kryptonite gloves.
ring.
Yeah, so that's fine with me because I'm buying the whole Hush line anyway. So
yeah,
stick it in with any Hush figure you want. I'll still be getting it.
Yeah, just damn you for including the gargoyle with the black version.
Oh,
yeah, I'm still debating on getting the black version now.
I know. Do you know where you can still get it from?
I don't know at the minute. I think there's a couple of Japanese sites that have still got it.
Okay. Because
it's one of those things that when it releases, people will get more than they've allocated. So
yeah, for sure.
I'm waiting to see what the cape's like. If it's a better cape, I'll buy it.
That's a good question for you, Tom. Is the Dark Knight is that cape? Is it wired all the way through, or is it just got pleats in it?
It's wired on each side, so like the Hush one's got 4 wires in it.
Right.
This one's just got the 2, like one on each side.
Okay.
And it's just so much better.
But the pleats kind of make it to where it kind of holds its form.
So it holds its shape. It poses really well, but you can make it look natural as well, and it's not fucking all over the place like that Hush one.
Yeah,
I want that figure so bad.
Because that's the only problem with that Hush. The 2 thinner wires at the back, not only if you're lucky enough not to have them loose and floating around, because they've come detached from underneath the cowl, but in order just to get it into a nice draping pose, you literally had to form them over the back of the figure just so they took his shape so they could just drape. Otherwise, it would just be all over the freaking gaff. And because it went past his feet, you had to sort of curl the 2 bottom leading edges up just so it would actually be able to stand without being leaning over or anything like that. But yeah, this is an absolute must. Now we did get to see this. I'm not collecting the comic line of Mafex, of Marvel Mafex, but they've just released Psylocke.
Oh yeah, good friend of mine's a huge Marvel versus Capcom guy, and he's gotten every single one of them, and he said he's all over this one. So I think it's a good rendition of Psylocke.
I think it's the best one we've seen.
Yeah,
easily. This blows the Marvel Legends one out of water.
Yeah. I had a bit of a debate on Facebook with someone about. They were saying, "Why would you spend this on this figure when you can get the Marvel Select one?" I was like, well, is it fucking better?
I had that one. It's pretty good.
Select's a really good figure. Like for 20 odd quid, it's a fucking brilliant figure.
It is.
But this is the next level of it.
Yeah.
It depends on how serious a collector you are, to be honest. But that's the same with any premium line. But if you're really into it, it's worth the extra.
One. The what is it? The Revel Tech one looked good, but that's more of a style. They're always stylized. This one's just classic looking. I think it looks great.
Oh, speaking of Revel Tech, Tom, do you mind dropping that picture you sent me earlier into the message? What's Facebook Messenger?
Oh yeah.
Cheers. But yeah, this is alright. I like just little things I noticed, like little perky banana tits.
Does she come with the butterfly? I don't think she comes with the butterfly effect for her face, does she?
Oh, yeah, I don't. Let's have a look. Yes, I know she's got this power effect, and I'm not sure if they're going to show the other one.
They had a layup. No, she doesn't. Okay.
No, it's just these ones. So it might be saying Can of Beams puts out.
He will. Or somebody will rip the one off of the Diamond Select one.
Yeah.
Actually, well, it comes off anyway.
Yeah.
Plugs in.
So, speaking of Rebel, wait for me to come out of this. Yeah, so you got that picture. Have you got the actual picture? Actually, I think it's in this group, actually. 2 seconds.
Picture
of the actual figure.
Yeah, coming now.
Here we go.
Oh, I did not know about this.
Reveltech Joker.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and there we go.
You want to get your ridiculous poses on.
Yeah, and they seem to be doing better with hiding all the joints.
Yeah, they're getting so much better at that.
You know, as the one thing, no matter how well they can hide their joints, they're always loose. For some reason, the joints and everything are always loose on any of them I've ever held. So I don't know if that's something that they're improving upon, but
I've only ever had the Wolverine.
Awesome. Do I?
I only ever had the Wolverine, and it was nice, but I weren't a fan. So I never.
Carnage, and you couldn't, like, the legs would not spread at all.
Ugh.
Because of the way I think it was the ab joint came down into the crotch, so you couldn't spread the legs because it would hit that joint, and then you had all the sculpting on the side of the legs that would then hit that as well.
Oh, fucking hell, I had no chance then.
You could literally get them out like 3 or 4 degrees. Like, it was nothing. So that figure got torn apart.
Yeah, it looks really good, that figure. It's just a shame it had problems.
Yeah.
This looks cool.
They're improving with every figure, so I think this one, if you want a really posable Joker, then this is going to be a really good one.
Yeah. And by the looks of things, it's based off of this.
This is what I think the kind of look they've gone for it.
Yeah.
Now, what manga is this?
This is this one, The Child of Dreams. I don't know if you've read it or seen it.
No.
I think it's quite hard to get hold of now, to be honest. But it's like, you can see the Joker design there.
Oh yeah, okay.
Like, the face of it just kind of reminds me of the Reveltech. But this, if you can get hold of this book, this is a really, really good Batman book.
I have to look into that one.
Like you said, like the artist that drew it, like he says, a lot of the Japanese knowledge of Batman comes from the '89 film.
Okay.
The Batman suit in this, the Batmobile in this, all kind of has that '89 kind of vibe to it.
Really Keaton-esque.
Yeah.
So, there for a second, and
like, you see, like, the Batmobile.
Oh yeah, it does.
It's just really crazy. The whole design of it is just really, it's got an '89 feel to it, but also like a really, obviously, Japanese feel to it.
Nicely done. Yeah, so the Batman, I think there was a lot already to unpack, but yeah, there was tons that came out. I mean, there's still obviously more to go. So it was the one with the, I forget the name already, the one with the Robins, the crows, wasn't it? The
Dark Knight's Metal Wave.
Wave. That was the one before. Okay, yeah. So the one that's meant to come with the bike, that's not been shown yet, right? That's the next one.
No, that's the Death Metal.
The Death Metal.
Yeah.
It's getting confusing already.
Which If they do it, it's a really cool looking Batman with like a trench coat and a scythe.
Mm.
Kind of like Death Batman.
Oh,
that's badass.
Okay, right. I think it's time that if me and Tom go first, that I think then Zach has to give up his dirty little secret of what he's got coming next week.
Oh,
But I'm gonna lead the way in terms of what I managed to pick up recently. Obviously, we'll get to the big hoo-ha. But yeah, I managed to. They finally came through over here in the UK. The movie Wolverine. And he actually is really, really nice.
Oh, you got the jacket one? I've only seen the best version at the minute.
Yeah, why is my screen doing that? Let's get down. Yeah, no, the vest one was an Amazon exclusive, and I couldn't get that for love nor money. But this one, just standard. But I won't fucking focus. But yeah, the claws are amazing. The sculpt is awesome, and this thing is really, really well done. I absolutely love it, and they've nailed this. Hugh Jackman from the head is based off of the Origins movie, and the one that's with the Amazon is based off of the first movie. That's why the hairstyles are different, and that's why they make you buy two.
I don't see it. I'm stuck on Tom's ugly mug.
Right, I may have given him the
Look at you.
spotlight video. I've given it. There we go. It should just be the regular 3 panels now. There we go. So let me put on me.
How to keep you going for a while.
Yeah, there we go. So
that was awesome.
Good. Yeah.
We've been having a plethora of cable drop over in Walmart.
The Deadpool movie.
Yeah. Actually, I picked it up a couple of weeks ago for a friend.
We're going to do it through Peter now. There we go.
Yeah, there he goes. He's great. Okay, so have you pushed his head forward? It looks ridiculous from the side.
Oh yeah, you got a massive gap there at the back.
I don't know why they did that.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of these new ball joints.
They haven't worked out how to do a double ball peg.
No, they haven't. And accommodate
the easiest joint to do, and they can't work out how to do it.
No, it's really good figure, really nice. I like it. Poses really well. This needs fabric. That needs a fabric overdo. Yeah. But yeah, that's really, really cool. And believe it or not, wouldn't think of it, but my favourite out of the wave so far, friggin' Zazie Beetz.
Oh,
she is.
I haven't seen her, but she looks great.
The face on this woman is the figure itself is unreal. I wish I could bring it up closer, but it's just going to go all blurry.
She double joints?
No, still single. But I've got her into the sassiest pose I could get her in. Sticking
That's a great pose, yeah.
That is. I love that figure. I love her, in fairness.
Yeah.
I just want the figure.
I prefer this head because she's got that bit of a smile going. The other one's a bit more serious. But yeah, that is. And I've got obviously with Comics and Cocktails having their 2 burglaries recently. They have managed to get in the 2-pack of Deadpool and Ujima Flip.
Negasonic?
That's the one. Yeah, they managed to get that 2-pack in, so that should be on its way soon.
I really wish the red suit was standard release, and maybe they had put the Dusty suit or the X-Force suit in with Negasonic.
Yeah.
They had done that.
Yeah, that way, that's it. Yeah, I agree. I just would love, hopefully we could get a movie, a movie Juggernaut and a movie Colossus. That would be really
another 2-pack. It'll be another 2-pack.
Yeah. Be perfect 2-pack. It'd be big. It'd be huge.
Yeah.
So I got those 3 in. I did get, obviously, Metalhead. It was really, really cool. Really, really cool. Yeah.
Honestly, I'm so glad I did not start collecting the Turtles line from like the cartoon Turtles because
slippery slope.
Oh, honestly, I'd be on food stamps right now if I was getting that line.
You and me both, brother. The amount of times I've done this, I really want them, but no, I can't. I really want them. And that's like, no, this is it.
I've still got the vintage Metalhead figure. I've still got that one. The back metal
chrome on the front.
Yeah.
Oh no. I'm not hearing good things about the Super 7 lot at the moment. Obviously, it's still in the box. So let's break this puppy open. And it's my one.
Oh wait, I thought it was the Back to the Future stuff.
No, yeah. But yeah, this came in today, so we're getting our UK stock in now.
At last.
Yeah, at last.
What are you gonna do with that second raft? Are you gonna put that trench coat on one of the other turtles?
Maybe. I was thinking of, because I got that the custom-made trench coat from Scotticus when I did my own version of the disguise. And
oh yeah, that's right.
I did in my custom versus official video. I sort of teased that I might do a little because I've got another 2-pack coming.
So, 3.
Yeah, I keep it.
Put them on all the turtles, man. Make a Buffalo Bill skin mask and everything, you know.
But that, like, do you remember in the cartoon, they all went out in trench coats in the cartoon. The trench coats and hats.
And also, the comic book was the Unmentionables, where all of them dressed like 50s gangsters in trench coats and hats. And you had Casey Jones in a trench coat and hat and a suit as well. So if I could get a Diamond Select Constantine, because it'll roughly be the same scale, because it was like a beige trench coat and a tie and a shirt and just his mask, his hair and the hat on. And then all of them, April was dressed up to the nines in a 50s gown, but then the rest of them all had trench coats and hats on too. And just do unmentionables. Yeah, that's what they call them. So that would be pretty sweet. And then, yeah, I guess there is only one thing to do now is to show you what I've got so far pre-built. All right, you ready? You ready? There it is.
Oh, it's huge.
It is huge. There's my hand. But yeah, this, let me see if I can get a better light on it. It might blow it up to the point where you can't see it. I'm not sure if that actually helps. Let's get that out of the way. So yeah, so there's the figures. There's one that actually, for some weird reason, I'll get to that in a minute, but these are the figures you get with it, right? So these look a bit weird because they're meant to have the radiation suit helmet on.
Right.
So you've got the plug for it. So you get a radiation suit dock. Yeah. So you got the radiation suit, Marty. You've got the beginning of the movie, Marty with his sunglasses. You get Jennifer 1955 doc, which you did get in the 2-pack as well. And then you've got a casual 1955 Marty. And you get all of this shit as well. And that's how far I've got with it. So now let me tell you about the advent calendar side.
Yeah, that's what I'm curious.
Okay, so yeah, so this is all just paper card. So you fold all this up and it's got little tabs and you put it all together back. And yeah, so you get all of that. Now, let's get you to a better position. Let's get to where I am roughly. And do that. Okay, so it's inside the box. So when you open the box, and I did this on the video, you get the paper card, you get a couple of little bits and pieces, the little pack that comes with all the instructions, and then you get this, which is the advent calendar. Okay. All of those pieces are in here, one by one.
So hold on, it's not even the 1st of December. And you opened it all up.
No, as I said to Zach earlier, now this is quite a genius little marketing ploy, right? But there is no way on earth I am waiting day by day to complete this throughout December. They think I'm going to just open one of these a day, okay? Then you're fucking having a laugh. But each one of that is a compartment, and each one contains a bit of the build.
So in fairness, the thing about being an adult buying child's toys is that you can do that.
Yeah.
Because if you were a kid, your mum would be telling you, no, you wait until the 1st of December.
Yeah.
I never stuck to, like, I hated those growing up. I absolutely hate it, especially with Legos. I had a Star Wars Lego advent calendar, and I was, oh, fuck this. I'm just, you beat my ass 3 days before Christmas.
My kids now, even with the chocolate ones, they're like, can I open tomorrow's? No. Tomorrow.
I used to do that. I used to just sneak pop them open, eat the chocolate, and then close it again to think that, you know, my parents wouldn't even notice, but they did notice. I got caught every single time. But then number 24 would be like the ultimate chocolate bar in it, instead of just being a little square. And, I never, ever managed to complete an advent calendar as it was meant to. I always got impatient and greedy. But yeah, so that's how it comes. You have to bust it all those open. So it's like cool, but it ain't happening. We're not waiting around day by day to get this thing built. I'm opening it now, motherfucker. So I busted them all straight open and pulled out all the little bits and bobs. But there's a ton of accessories. But yeah, as I say, it's small in scale, but it's just a nice backdrop for a display. It'll be fun to do some shoots. I'm going to probably use some EL wire to mimic the rope where it goes across for like shots.
Yeah,
So it looks electrified. Because I'll show you where I'm at with because I did a lot of painting on, because I'm doing the refit and repaint of the DeLorean. And I finished up all the spray painting I need to. And I have my bag of bits, because that's where I keep it all together. So this is a chassis. I'm not sure how well this is coming up on camera, but I've put a steel metal brush chrome on it. It's better in person than it is what you see with my lights and shit. But I had to mask off all the areas.
It looks way better than the pearly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That marbling effect on the regular is, I just weren't having it at all. So got that painted up. What else did I do today? Is it all in here? I think I put it all in here. So yeah, oh, this is my favourite bit, because you have to really disassemble this to get all to the nooks and crannies. So this is the back portion.
Oh, man.
So once you pull apart all the chassis, then you can get to this. So I can then go in and paint all these little details. Okay. Nice. But I did this in the same colour that the chassis is in, but the front, I gave it a mirror chrome.
Oh, yes.
So I had to mask off the window here and the Christmas tree, which is over there. But I gave that a mirror chrome, so I'm going to go in and paint these little details too. So I did that. I got the doors done. I managed to do the doors in the same colour. So that now matches the chassis. And last thing I managed to do was I got the bumpers into like a nice flat grey.
Yep.
So yeah, because what I'm going to do is I'm running the EL wire through these holes, which would be where the LEDs are. Let me show you. They run off the battery pack on one of these.
So you're going to run like a full LED through it?
Yeah, like the EL wire, where it's a whole wire.
Yeah.
You're going to wrap it around twice so it can actually illuminate the entire flux band at the front rather than just those 4 little segments. So yeah, so this would, the battery pack would be at the back. This is where the LEDs would be in the back of the battery pack. And it would emit the light all the way through and make these blink through the bumper. So kind of like that. And that will be your bumper. So, but you know, obviously it's gaps and spaces, and I didn't want that. I just want the whole thing illuminated. So I'm going to have the EL wire pop out from one of this side, run across the front, pop out that side, and I had to refit. I had to refit and remodify the chassis. So, because I didn't want to jailbreak the battery pack that came with it and try and figure out how to wire up the wires to that battery pack so it all operated on one button. I thought, Scott, I'm not that. I only know a little bit of this LED shit. I'm still learning. So I thought, for now with these, I managed to find an EL wire set. It came with a whole bundle, but the battery pack that contained AA's was just way too big. And I think, well, if I manage to find a way of fitting it in, I've got no way of being able to change the batteries without taking the whole thing apart, and then I could chip the paint. So I went online, I found a rechargeable battery pack, which was smaller. And so what I did is I managed to take out a piece so I can charge it.
A little USB, USB-C or something.
Yeah, so it's a bit gappy, but I'm going to be filling that in. And of course, because it'll be like that, you're not going to see it.
Yeah.
But I managed to install it on the front.
Oh, cool.
And there's a splitter wire here, and I've managed to. So these two will be for the headlights, because I'm going to be soldering up some headlights, and for the front flux bands. And I've got one to power the back, which will come down the sides. And then, of course, I can get all those details on the dash and start painting them up too. So that'll be my day tomorrow. So yeah, let me. So this is the EL wire. So,
okay.
So if I plug this in like that, this should power on. How well it's seen, but it's illuminating now.
Oh, it looks good though.
Yeah, it'd be a lot brighter if I turn this light off. So.
Oh, that's gonna be perfect.
Yeah, so that'll be all right. I mean, once you connect two of them, because it's sharing the power, it does dim it down a bit slightly. So it's just got the one out, but
you know, it's going to look a lot better than just having, because that's my one gripe about it. It only does the front and the back.
Yeah,
not the sides.
That's it. So plan is to have them just like that across the front of the bumper, and then you'll have them the same trailing down as if it was like, you know, for that Eagle Moss thing where you have the wire coming down. And yeah, so hopefully it should illuminate the whole thing, and then have some headlights shining through the front as well. So yeah, that's where I'm at with it. Just wanted to get all the painting done, and then I'll be soldering up those LEDs tomorrow, hopefully. And so I'm hoping by next week I should have it all done. But they were going cheap on Amazon, so I bought a second DeLorean.
No way.
I bought a second one.
One first movie and one second. How much was it? Say like
$32.99. It was on sale for a couple of days, and now it's got back up to $42.99, which is still ridiculous because the Ecto one is now still 30 quid, and all of that was for 30 quid too. So
I want to get the Ecto so bad.
Yeah. So yeah, I might have to just throw this together in order to do some shots with this because that one's still in pieces. So yeah, we'll have to see how it goes. But yeah, so that's where I'm at the moment. So yes, before Zach reveals all his naughty little secrets. So Tom, apart from Casey and Raph, what else did you get this week?
I got. What else did I get? Not much actually. I got the Gwen Stacy Legends.
Oh yeah,
which was meant to come with my last order, but they haven't got it in yet.
Okay.
So that was kind of a little add-on, and I've got the Mysterio coming on Monday, hopefully.
Oh yeah, that came through as well for me. So yeah, that's dropping.
So I've got that, and I've got the whole wave a couple of weeks ago with the Kingpin as well.
The retro card one.
Yeah.
Okay.
With the lighter colours.
The Kingpin's really good.
I know. I got the build bath up here, and it's kind of like, why did I only wanted the bath, and that was a shit wave. I know, because I trashed it in my review, and I wish I hadn't bothered because now they're selling him singly. Yeah,
and I had the bath, and I sold the bath. I mean, I told you I sold the bath.
Wait, was that figure only like 20 something?
I paid £25, so it would have been like $25. You know, like that sort of $25.
But you end up paying like what, close to 100 something for the entire Build-A-Figure?
If you wanted the wave over it was what, 120 quid?
Yeah.
Which,
that's some bullshit.
What dollar-wise, that's about what, $180, $200 for the wave?
Something like that.
To get that bath, and then it releases.
Then try and sell the other figures that you don't want, that no one else wanted. And so you're just stuck.
Literally every Facebook figure selling group had the whole wave without a bath selling. Like, you just couldn't sell them.
Ironically, the only one I actually wanted to keep from the wave was the shit Spider-Man with 6 arms, purely because they were bare arm fodder for customizing. It was everyone else was wanting to get off of that figure. The only other cool one from that wave, I guess, was I forget what his name is, but it's the one with the skateboard.
I can't remember his name now, but yeah, that was a bit different at least.
Yeah, that's a good sculpt. But yeah, other than that, it was a terrible, terrible wave.
Yeah, but when they release it like a year later, and it's better, it's just a kick in the teeth.
It is, man. I mean, I'm hoping they do that for Lizard.
Oh wow, yeah.
I don't know what update they'll do with it paint-wise, but
I'm hoping they do the Lizard again. But I mean, I'm lucky. I sold my Kingpin bath before because I was told this was coming before it was announced.
Yeah.
Put the Kingpin bath up and sold it for like decent money, knowing that the new one was coming.
Insider knowledge. You could get ahead of it.
It is, because going on like the Facebook groups, they're going for like 50 quid.
Mm. Yeah, they're going quite a lot.
Oh, like 150 quid.
Yeah. You lucky devil.
I feel bad. It's like the whole time I'm like, I know there's another one coming, but I want the money, so fuck you. That's why I put it on eBay. When it's like that, I'll put it on eBay because I don't care.
No, exactly. Just throw the fish into the piranha tank and watch them all go nuts. Oh dear. So, Mr. Zack, you ready to spill the beans yet?
Yeah, so I'm actually going up to help a friend of mine move into his new house this weekend. And he asked me the other day, he's like, hey, do you want a certain something of my collection? I said, well, seeing as I don't really have a means of taking pictures right now, and I sold my camera a couple weeks ago. I'm actually buying a new one. So I said, yeah, well, I mean, send me with a good time, please. And he's like, do you want my quarter scale turtles?
Oh.
I said, well, as you can see, I don't really have room for that stuff. I'm like, man, I said, well, what do you want?
Yeah.
And he gave me his means of what he wanted, and I don't want to really exclude. It was again, I feel like I'm stealing from my friend. But that's all four and Wrath in Disguise.
Whoa.
So yeah,
I wish I had the space for those because I would love them.
Sorry.
I do too. I really do too. I really wish I had the space for them, and I'll have them. But I don't know what to do.
The only way you're going to get space is to get them and make space.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I've got plenty of wall space. I could set up some cool shelves somewhere, but like I said, I'll get murdered in the process. Yeah, who knows what else I'll come back with. So,
does your wife know about your latest acquisition yet?
Baby?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Yes, now, yes.
Oh no! I'm whacking you over the head with shit. Oh damn! Nice.
Wait for her to scream. What?
Yeah. If I see the mute mic symbol appear next to your name, I know shit's going down.
That core scale line is just so fucking good. Have they released the Shredder and Foot Soldier yet, or? Because I know they shot, didn't they?
The next one apparently is Casey. That's what they were working on, and I think that'll be our first look at what a non-masked Casey is going to look like.
Yeah, mate, they've got the license now. I think it will go on that one first.
Yeah.
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 Same with April. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a quarter scale April before we see a 7-inch.
Oh, I think Judith will do everything to get as much merch out of NECA as possible. But yeah, can you imagine the fucking weapons on that quarter scale Casey? You'll be able to use that cricket.
Yeah. That freaking hockey stick would be like that big.
Just like a paddle,
Yeah.
Damn, man. Yeah, see, we have to make room for them. You could do the cosplay Chris route and build a friggin' rooftop for it, and then little fucker. That was such a good video.
I'll display like I used to at our old apartment. Was in Tupperware containers underneath the bed.
Oh shit! Well, there's lovely Hot Toys behind you. They may have to.
Yeah, made room for those.
Yeah, Nosferatu may have some company on his shelf. Yes. Oh, nice. Fair play. That's a decent acquisition, man.
Yeah. I'm excited and nervous at the same time. So
I'm not jealous at all. I don't hate you. Don't worry.
As he sits there playing with his new 6-inch on.
Yeah.
We'll see. Like I had
now I'm like, yeah.
I had hit him up. As of last year. I keep bugging the crap out of him. I said, I want that quarter scale Wrath in Disguise. Like that's the only one I really wanted. And kept bugging him, and then he hit me with like, you know what? You want all of them? Yes. So.
Yeah. Well, it's like, you know, when you get sent, you're after just a nip pick from a lovely lady, and all of a sudden she sends you a full blown nude. You're like, holy! I wasn't expecting that. All right, just that's fair play.
I assume you read about that because it's obviously never happened to you. But
a friend told me about it.
Right.
No, that's awesome, mate. That is awesome. But would you then want to get the quarter scale accessory pack? Would you just leave it as those? Otherwise, you'll just get a bit too much.
Well, I had the turtles.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Turtles. But no, I'd probably just keep them as is.
Yeah.
I think if I had them and I had the room, if I can find the room, I think Shredder would probably be my next acquisition because that guy looks mad. Like I said, he's by far my favorite 7-inch figure.
Yeah. If the detail they packed on him in this little version there, imagine.
Yeah, fucking good.
Yeah. And in Casey, of course. I mean, Splinter would be wild if they did.
Yeah, I was actually wondering how they would do that. They've got to do it, right? I mean,
I would have thought so if they're going to continue on, because underneath that robot, after you've taken the robot, it's like the tail of a Godzilla. It's all sectioned, so he can sort of just bend and do this. And
when you take that robe off, it just screams Jim Henson. Like everything about it, you're just like, giant Muppet.
It is, yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the thing. It was just always a puppet. You know, it was either a sitting down puppet or the guy was working him from underneath and just, you know, just from behind. Yeah, that'd be really cool if they did that. So yeah, and then.
But just looking at the RAF now, just the 7-inch RAF in disguise is so good. I can just imagine like the quarter scale version of that.
Yeah, it's gonna be a monster.
Perfect pose for him as well. I always had the belt undone.
That's the only pose you can have him in. If you're gonna have him on the shelf, he's got to be like that.
Yeah, for sure. That's easier the way. And of course, they've got the Casey just doing the old, you know, with the hockey stick as he's coming to his apartment, where he's just tapping it on his hand. So yeah, that's it. But I mean, I would not try and army build those foot soldiers in quarter scale. That should be crazy.
Now I know there was a guy on Instagram who did that. He bought like 4 of them. So it's crazy. You're a madman.
I know, because they're just starting to drop the 2 packs of the foot in Walmarts now, are they? With the weapons rack in it, the small.
Yeah. The most recent, I think, the closest I've seen to me was Mississippi. That was today. So.
Yeah, that's a bit sporadic.
Seems to always work its way from the West Coast over to the East Coast.
Yeah. Because I mean, I picked up about 8. I had 2 that came with the box set from San Diego, and then I picked up about another 4 or 5 singly, because they were doing a deal when they first dropped them singly, and I've got another 2 coming. I think I've got about 10 total once I get up to. But then of course they only dropped the 2 pack. Luckily, because I had the set, I had the weapons rack. There was nothing new in that 2 pack that I needed. But I don't know if you were around for the last stream we did with Rob, but when they were going over the accessory pack, the quarter, the new accessory pack that we put a pre-order in for recently, that on Twitter Randy was saying that the Shredder and Splinter 2 pack that's coming is going to have the alternate Splinter head with the pizza on his head.
Oh, I didn't know they were doing
that 2 pack too.
I didn't know they were doing a Splinter and Splinter 2 pack.
Yeah,
that's the only way to release them now.
Okay.
2 pack form.
Nope, we're losing you again.
Yeah.
Am I gone?
Oh, you're back. And you're gone again.
Okay, I'll let it.
I mean, it's frozen on a really flattering image of you, if that helps.
I'll let it.
Just don't spread your butt cheeks.
Yeah. I'll just give it a moment for it to sort itself out. It's like a really bad stroke. Oh shit! But yeah, so we're getting the so yeah, we're getting the splinter slapped ham head with the pizza. So
oh man!
So thanks, NECA. We've got to buy those 2 figures again.
Oh wow! So I did not know that.
That much of an obsessive fan that I'm like, I could skip that head. But I'm not buying a whole 2 packs just for that one head.
You
no.
You guys did buy the accessory pack though, right? Yeah, I skipped out. I skipped out on it because after taxes, it would have been $78 shipped.
That's fucking ridiculous.
You see, I was having this conversation with someone earlier about
that's mental.
The Mezco Batman pack that went up today, the new Mezco Batman figure, and someone was talking about it coming out because over here we've obviously got to pay shipping and taxes on top.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was $150. I think by the time you pay for everything.
I can't justify it.
But they were saying, "Oh, it's all right for the Americans. They pay $90," and it's like that's what it looks like, but you've still got the shipping and taxes on top of that because you have to pay the same tax that we do, even though it's in your country. It's really weird the way it's all set up.
That's I don't know if I already talked to you about it, but the Predator. Are we frozen? Are we good?
I'm here. I can hear you, but I can hear the audio even if I.
Oh, okay.
A bit.
The Predator.
I can still hear you though.
That NECA released. You know, it was $32, and then after looking on Amazon and seeing how much it was like it was shipping and then a 6% tax, so it ended up being $51.99, or it was like $49 or $51.99 shipped flat out. And I said, "There's no way in hell I'm paying that. No way in hell." So I don't understand these companies with their convenience. I'll go out and go look for it if that's the case.
Yeah. But what I was trying to explain to people that it's not just us that has to pay the tax. Like, even if it's your country and you've still got to pay tax.
Yeah.
But I think that's the way. When we buy stuff, the tax is already added onto it anyway.
Oh, like off the bat, like.
Yeah, it's like you buy something in a store and it's had the tax added, like the VAT. Right. The tax has already been added. So we just kind of, that's been, I mean, how long's that been about? 30 years? So we're kind of used to paying that. Like, you don't even think about it anymore. It's just, it's already on there. You don't think about it. Just, that's that. But it's just,
I didn't know that was the price for the Batman today. Because I know he dropped today. I didn't know what he was for US.
I think he was listed at $95, I think it was. It went up for.
Were you guys even able to purchase it? I don't know if I didn't know they did international.
Yeah, they ship to the UK now.
Okay.
But obviously you pay the shipping and you pay the tax up front. So I think I'm sure about $150. I think it worked out at something like $150.
That's ridiculous.
Which I think works out about 120 quid, £120, something like that.
So one of their more expensive exclusives, like their $125 standard exclusive, runs about probably 200.
Yeah, about £180 normally they run out, and like they're the ones that annoy me because it's like I collect action figures. I don't collect T-shirts and pins.
Right.
Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, you can throw as many fucking T-shirts and badges in as you want. You want them.
Exactly.
But it's like the Batman was not too bad. I mean, I didn't buy it. So no, I've already got I've got the standard release of all three of them. That's enough for me.
Yeah.
I don't need like a black version with a silver belt and different chest plates. It's all gimmicks.
You know, I thought for the longest time, especially with like Hot Toys collectors, your 1/6 collectors, I said, how do these guys afford all of these figures? And then I said, oh yeah, I forgot about credit cards. I thought they worked ridiculously good paying jobs, but a lot of these guys are single.
Yeah.
A lot of these guys buy literally every figure that comes out.
Yeah. And
I can't justify it.
They're plunging themselves into more and more debt with every figure that comes out.
Exactly.
And you've only got to see in the Facebook groups, one person gets an unexpected bill, like their car breaks down, they got to get a new tire.
Yeah.
I need to sell 2 figures. That's
insane.
You're at that point where you've got to sell figures to pay for essentials. You shouldn't have been buying the fucking figures.
I've got to sell both of my DX Punishers and DX Jokers to buy a new car.
Yeah.
Can somebody help me?
But no,
but it's unreal that figures go for that much too.
No, that's it. But the groups now seem to be a mix of people that either spent far more money than they had and now need to buy actual life stuff.
Yeah.
Or people that have just multi-bought figures waiting for him to go up. It's like, oh my God, I don't know what happened. I accidentally ordered 6 Punishers. I'll sell them to you now for $500 each. It's like, fuck off.
Yeah, I think it's something that I've learned. I've been collecting since 2016, 2017. I think it's just been like a recent thing within the last maybe year or so. Is priorities first, man. If you can't afford it, don't buy it. And then not to mention is like buying something and then having the regret of buying it and then turning around and selling it. You're like, why did I buy this? It was an impulse buy. Yeah, why did I do it? So and then I turn around and sell it for $5 or $10 less than what I purchased it for.
And that seems to happen to like new collectors, especially. I see a lot of people coming into it now, buying everything up, and you get to a point where you realise you don't need to have everything. Mm-hmm. And a lot of it's like you got the fear of missing out. Like you're like, oh my God, if I don't buy this now, I'm going to want it in a year. And it's like, but that's life.
I went through it 2 nights ago. 2 nights ago, I went through it, and I was just like, why was I even about to buy that?
Yeah.
So.
But at the end of the day, I want a Ferrari out the front, but I can't afford it.
Oh, for sure.
You know, if you can't afford something, it's not the end of the world. Oh, is Ben back? I don't know if he's back or not.
Man, we need to get paid for this, you know?
Well, this is it.
Running his podcast and everything.
He's getting us on it. Getting in the views. Oh, there he is.
There we go.
So, when are you gonna? When are we starting our pay?
There I am.
Yeah.
Don't like me today.
Can a couple of
bucks? I may go again. What's going on?
Notice how his internet conveniently goes out when we're talking about getting paid.
What the fuck is going on?
I've got some pre-orders that need to be covered.
You want this? You pay.
You want this?
Going back to life. How am I looking to you guys? Am I like a robot? Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
The video feeds on my end for you guys is really lagging. I'm not sure how I look into you. Normally in the playback, I'm the one that's sort of like, bought it. There we go. Slowly starting to come back. My fucking internet's terrible. I don't know why, because the router's right below me and it just doesn't like it. So it always has problems. But yeah, no, I heard what you're saying, and you're dead right. Fucking, but I mean, don't Sideshow have like payment plans? So you can put a bit down each month, but then it's like, again, it's kind of like, you know, it's like having a car on. Yeah. And it's just, how many of those a month are you going to have coming out as monthly withdrawals, you know?
No, so like having a car on finance is one thing because you need to get around. Having a figure on finance, like, it's something that's sat on your shelf. You don't need it. If you can't afford it, don't buy it.
Right.
No.
But I think that's
wait around for it.
You need experience in collecting before you get to that point where you realise that.
Yeah.
I used to buy everything that came out. Anything that came out, I was like, oh, I'm having it.
Yeah.
And then you've got all this shit and you're like, I don't even want that.
No. I agree. I was the same. Just got a bit too gung-ho with it. You know. Oh, there goes my collection.
It's pretty sad that collecting figures is a learning curve, you know?
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of sad.
It is. Everything's fucking falling over now. Yeah, because you realise as much as you want, you know, you see something, you're like, oh, I really want it, but do I actually need it? Am I going to do anything with it? Am I going to take pictures, or is it just going to sit on a shelf?
Yeah.
And I'm starting to really be a bit cutthroat with the shit I'll buy now.
I'll wait till the end of the week. Like, I'm saying, like, if you know, like, I get paid every Friday. If it's something that I know that I really want and that I'll keep, I'll buy it. But if at the end of the week, if I'm like, oh, well, I didn't really need that, I'll pass on it.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of like me with this Dark Knight Mafex. It's like I will get every Hush because that is my personal favourite Batman story.
right.
And when I got into it, but I love the Dark Knight book, but I just cannot seem to justify buying two expensive Batman Mafex lines. Whereas I know there'll be a lot more characters being done for the Hush. So even though the Dark Knight is a much better figure, I'm still just going to have to just grit my teeth and pass on it, even though it's killing me because it's fingers floating around that buy now button.
That's what I'm being selective about. Like, I bought the one that just came out.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy the fucked up battle damage one.
Yeah.
And if there's a Superman come out, I'll buy that. That'll be it. Like, I'm not buying that 2-pack with the Robin.
Oh yeah, Carrie and
I'm not particularly fussed about.
Mm-hmm.
The Batman is so inaccurate, it pisses me off.
Yeah.
And it's I don't need 3 versions of the same figure.
No, just 2. 2 will be all right.
Yeah, 2's fine. 2's good. 3, no.
No, that's you're crossing a line there. You're crossing a line there. What about the Dark Knight Joker? Have they put that up?
It's. I
mean, pictures. They haven't released it though.
Yeah, it's coming out fairly soon, I think. But I didn't bother ordering it. It looks.
I think if you got the Mattel version, you really don't need that one.
No, it looks about the same level of articulation, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh no, Christ!
Like, it's got no real up crunch because the suit's just one piece.
Mm. They did that with the Kingsman. The Kingsman Mafex.
Yeah.
I was really disappointed with those. Oh dear. Yeah, I know, it's just too much to buy sometimes. It's like I was so really wanting to get into the Power Rangers Lightning collection, but I just, again, I only wanted the Mighty Morphin. But then again, I was like, I'm not going to shoot them all the time. I love the Power Rangers, but I already had toys of them. It's kind of why I'm okay not having the NECA cartoon line, is because I already had toys of those. I never had the movie stuff, so I buying it. You know, I want figures that represent the stuff I love, movie franchises that I want, comics that I love, that I never had as a kid. And so that's kind of how I sort of judge my buying, really. So, I mean, you just Super 7 is it Super 7 that have just put out all those Thundercats?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh man, I really wanted Thundercat. I never had Thundercats toys as a kid. I'm like, and I really wanted Mortal Kombat figures as well, but they're just really expensive, and it's just on that cost on top of everything else. That's why sort of Marvel Legends are easy, because they're cheap, and thank God for NECA being their price point, because they're cheap as chips too, in terms of like what other things are out there. But you know, for the import premiums, then I'll pay a bit more, and you get 1 or 2 Mezcos here and there, but I couldn't do every single one. I can't be dedicated to a wave and just be everything that dedicated to a particular figure line and just get everything that figure line pumps out. I have to choose depending on the franchise. I have to like the franchise first, and then I'll find the best figure out there of that particular character that I love. But yeah, you get people that are just die-hard Mafex. I'll get every Mafex no matter what it is. Die-hard Mezco, they just get every single one. It's like, you do realise that particular release was trash. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. Yeah.
I think Mezco are the worst. Mezco collectors are the worst for that.
Yeah.
Especially like in the old days. I remember when Shazam came out, and the amount of posts I saw with, oh my God, I love this. This looks so fucking good. I cannot wait to get this. Who can tell me who it is? And it's like, if you're at that point, you're not a fan of figures. You're a fan of a line.
Yeah. I can't. Yeah. And if it turns out to be rubbish, they'll defend it under the sun, because you're right. They're more interested in the line rather than the actual property that they've made a figure on. And I mean, you get a lot of fake fans that way.
That's what I tend to find in a lot of the specialist fan groups. That's the mentality you get. Yeah. Which is what I prefer, the more general figure groups. There's a few that are like, I'm an admin of the Mafex UK group.
Yeah.
And it's a fairly, like, quite a chill group for it, where the people are still discussing, like, the SHF is better than the Mafex, and you're not getting ripped apart for saying that.
No.
But if you dare say that in, like, the American Mafex group, oh, God, good luck to you.
You got to be fighting off the hordes of people in the comment sections. But I mean, the Mafex are going to have its fans too. I mean, SHF, Christ, you've got diehard SHF fans too. I mean, our buddy Carl, he's all, you know, he swears SHF all the time. He will recognise when they do a bad figure. That's the difference.
And I think SHF have gone massively downhill. I saw some in-hand photos of like the Loki and new Cap coming out.
Okay.
And they really don't look good.
Really?
Like, I mean, they're nice, but when you consider what you're paying for them, they're not that.
No. I mean, you can get a good deal here and there. We've had some good deals on eBay, but they're just not up to par these days. Mafex have overtaken them. And they had this. Sorry, go on.
Like the 3 Batman figures I bought in the last month. The Hush Batman, the Dark Knight Batman, both from Mafex, and the McFarlane White Knight Batman. And the McFarlane is my favourite out the 3. And it's like a 20 quid figure. Like, the other 2 cost, between the 2 of them, like 120 quid. And then I've got the 20 quid figure that just, on a shelf, looks better.
Oh, yeah. But you know, you're getting the amount you're getting for that price point as well. I mean, what accessories did that White Knight one come with? Did it come with any much in the way of
Not very good. It's got a grapple gun, like a loose rope line with the batarang, and then a coiled up batarang rope on the belt.
That's all right. It gives you some action stuff.
It's a all right amount for the price you're paying.
Yeah.
But I mean, I've just literally got him on the shelf with like the looped up coil hooked on the belt. and it looks like it's stepped out of the book.
Yeah,
so
that's
what I want.
yeah. So when you can look at your collection and be like, oh, fucking, what draws you out, you can just say, wow, that's it. That's what I wanted.
The Azrael figure that they released is fucking fantastic.
Yeah, I've heard actually. Yeah,
and like the flame effect from it is, I mean, I've seen like the Doctor Strange with the flame effects from SHF for like 100 quid. And, the flame effect on that sword is the best flame effect I've ever seen with a figure.
Really? Damn.
Like it's that good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good if you're like taking photographs and you've just got that one flame effect. Like it's not going to do you any good for anything, but just for standing on a shelf with the sword, it looks quality.
Mm. I'm sure if you get some light behind it, you can make that translucent effect pop. Come on, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh, I think you're gonna have to get in there with the DC Multiverse, mate. Old Zack, you have to jump the gun.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. No, I think it's just got to be something that I really, really, really want.
Yeah.
That's that new wave that's coming out. I think that Batman's definitely gonna be the winner for that one.
Yeah, if they're putting in like we said before, like if they're pumping out so many, then you can pick and choose your favourites.
Yeah.
You know, you have to go.
And they're not hard to find. I haven't seen a single one that's like you have to pay out the ass to get.
Mm.
So.
Yeah, they should be pretty standard. I mean, anything I'd probably, if you wanted those little Robins to try and hunt all three to get the alternate heads, maybe. But like the Thomas Wayne Flashpoint Batman they got coming, that's an instant. That's
yeah, cannot wait for that one.
Instant. And like I say, I got the Flash and the Joker from the previous Metals wave. So that will do me from that line, and then I might go all in and get that Bath. I don't know. I have to see pictures of that Bath, but I'm tempted because I really want a decent comic book Bane figure. And like you said, remember Tom, you were saying like the Bane that you've always wanted is just the one with the classic costume.
Yeah.
I mean, this one looks close to it. You know, it's
as close as I'm going to get. I mean, I know Mattel had a Bath Bane.
Yeah.
Looks really fucking good, but trying to get that now is just ridiculous money.
Yeah.
I could buy that the whole wave twice.
That head sculpt isn't the best either. I mean, there's people out there that are doing some incredible head sculpts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people use the Storm collectibles, like the Hollywood Hogan body, and put a head sculpt on that. It looks really good.
I've done some good work.
Hopefully this Bane looks good, and that'll do me.
Yeah, I'm dying to see pictures. I hope they drop soon. One thing I really want to chat is just a complete shift from figures is Zack, did you get a chance to see the new Mandalorian 2 season 2 trailer?
Yes. Yep.
Cool. What are your thoughts?
So it's a shot in the dark, but the way it's looking to me is, they're going, at least the armor was talking to him about the war between Mandalore and the Jedi, which was a big thing in the past, Old Republic stuff. So, I was reading in Reddit and somebody said, how would you guys feel if Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau did an animated Old Republic series after season 2 premiered? And I said, man, say no more. I'm all there.
Yeah, give it to me now. Just give us some old stuff. I'm not caring about the new shit. But I love I put a video on my Facebook. It was the Critical Drinker on YouTube, Scottish guy, and he's fucking hysterical. And he broke down that trailer, and in his Scottish fashion. But he does playful critiques. Like he said, what has it been 50 years since Return of Jedi, and they've forgotten about Jedi already? What the fuck? Yeah, and
that's always been my biggest thing with Star Wars, though.
Yeah,
it's annoyance. Even in A New Hope, it's only been 15 years. Yeah. I can remember exactly what happened 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Well, to a point, like, I've done a lot of shit. Like my brain's a bit fried, but
But they act like it was like millions of years ago.
Yeah.
But taking that long time ago, it's far away, but serious.
It's 15 years ago. Like some supernatural mind fuck people have been wandering around with fucking glowy sticks. I'd remember it.
Yeah. and you know there'll be tales going on for fucking God knows about, you know, one Jedi defeating the entire Empire. And
well, look at Jesus. That was 2,000 years ago, and people are still talking about it.
yeah, exactly.
If there's a guy with a lightsaber, 15 years later, you wouldn't have people going, "No."
Who?
Yeah.
It's like, has Mando been living under a rock this entire time to not even know of a Jedi's existence?
But this is even like A New Hope when Han Solo's there, like, oh, that's all fucking bullshit. And it's like, you were alive. You must have seen it.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, I agree. I mean, there is that one shot of the orange lady in the robe, just sort of eyeballing him before she disappears, and everyone thought what I did. I thought that was the first look at Ahsoka Tano as a Rosario Dawson's Ahsoka, but apparently it's Sasha Banks. She's a wrestler. She's playing someone else. So because she was orange, but she didn't have any of the face white.
We didn't see the horns.
Yeah, the hood draped perfectly over her head. So kind of, I was at first glance like, is that Ahsoka? Disappeared off screen. But yeah, I mean, one guy who I follow on YouTube, there was a stream I was watching the other day. He's like the biggest Star Wars nerd you ever can think of, and he hates The Mandalorian purely because he thinks it's the Baby Yoda show. And he's like, this show was meant to be about bounty hunters, and now we got a babysitting show. This is bullshit. And,
but it's cool that they're going that route, though, because obviously our biggest question now is, what is that race? You know,
yeah. Exactly. I love it. I absolutely love this. The first season and the trailer was awesome. Yeah. So I'm all in personally. So I'm like you. I'd like, okay, what is Yoda's species? What is his,
how long? 40 odd years since the first Star Wars came out?
Yeah.
Like, that's how long we've been waiting for answers for this. Yeah. And people are complaining about it.
It's kind of along the same lines as people don't want to know who Boba Fett really is. They don't want a Boba Fett movie because of the mystery behind him. And they probably don't want to know Yoda's species because of the mystery behind him. I'm like, just shut up. Just let them do what they want to do.
We've had 40 years of it. Let's move on. Let's have something.
Yeah. And they're making a show building the hype towards the reveal of what his race could be. And like Solo, no one asked for a Solo origin movie. And people
that's one of my favorite movies.
I like it a lot compared to the Disney trilogy. I prefer that and Rogue One.
Yeah.
Rogue One was fantastic.
Yeah, for sure. I know. Yeah, you could say the others didn't get much character development, but there was enough there to make you feel.
Out of everything that Disney have done, I think Rogue One is the best movie.
Yeah, easy. Because it's like. Not really worried about the future, but still there's little pockets of time in between the original and prequel trilogy that I'd love for them to explore, and anything in that seems to just be gold.
Yeah, like Rogue One, you knew where it was going to end.
Yeah.
So the character development didn't really matter because you knew they were going to die.
Yeah.
Right.
So you just kind of enjoyed the journey.
Yeah, to see the mission.
Yeah.
Like in one of the best space battles we've seen, and just finally seeing Vader lose his shit and just go mental
you finally see why everyone was scared of Darth Vader, because the other three movies he was like an old shuffling man.
Yeah,
it's like being scared of your granddad. Like, it doesn't matter, but you see him in that losing his shit, you can be like, yeah, that's why everyone was scared of him.
Yeah. Big time. And that's it. I mean,
pinning people to the ceiling and chopping them down, and it's like, yeah, that's badass right there.
Crazy, yeah. Just all your weapons go, and they're all panicking. They're like, no, let us out, let us know. No, fuck, no, just take the disc, and let's
it. Yeah. That whole scene made the movie.
Yeah.
Because we thought it would like sort of end when the explosion occurred and they finally got the plans and shit, and you think, oh fuck no, and then you just hear the and then the red lightsaber. That was just.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of times I've just watched that one scene.
Yeah.
And then it ends 15 minutes before New Hope begins. It's like, okay, yeah, the Vader's Star Destroyer caught up with them and is tailing them. Yeah. And it's someone I think spliced the very opening scene to Star Wars New Hope and in the end of Rogue One, just sort of like, so it just overlapped and it's just.
Have you done that yet? Have you watched the movies back to back?
From Rogue One, yeah, prequels, Rogue One.
Yeah.
I haven't done it with Solo because that's sort of over there.
Yeah.
But like in terms of a linear line, yeah, all the way through until Force Awakens. I won't go beyond Force Awakens.
Do you think they could do a Leia movie at all? Because I mean, you look at the end of Rise of Skywalker, and it showed her training with Luke, and you're like, I wonder if they could do a Leia movie, and it would be good.
I'd like to see a Leia movie, but I'd like to see the Leia, Luke, and like the training of I can't even remember his name now.
What, Ben Solo?
Yeah.
Kylo Ren, yeah.
Yeah. I'd like to see that whole thing happen.
Yeah, well, his turn and why he
I think that could be an interesting film.
Because I read because after Force Awakens I wanted to, because obviously they didn't make all the extended universe canon anymore, so they sort of rewrote everything. But in the book, there's a book, I forget what it's called, but it basically leads up to Rogue One, to the moment Krennic lands on the island, the planet, and shoots old fucking what's his name, Urso's wife. There's a little flash in Rogue One where he's having a meeting, like he's having a dinner with Krennic in his home. I think it's through the eyes of Urso as a girl, and it shows all of that and their relationship with Krennic and Urso, and how it all went sour, and it really makes Rogue One really good. But then in the back, you've got the whole timeline of these different books, and I just fucking binged them. I read from which filled in the gap sort of between Return of the Jedi up until Force Awakens, like the beginnings of the New Order and what Leia and Han were doing in between time, with their marriage and shit. And it was really, really good. It's just a shame it took a nosedive, sadly. But yeah, no, give me more Mandalorian. One thing I did love was trying to remember the damn trailer now. So what cracked me up, fucking, and a critical drinker, if I can did this as well, is that with all this modern technology, all this space technology, why the fuck are they on a ship in the sea?
Yeah, that's.
I like that though. I kind of think, okay, maybe this planet hasn't developed its technologies yet, and maybe it's still relying on, and it's just that's where they are, because there's so many different planets to visit. And then obviously the classic, where he's about to beat the shit out of everyone in that fighting arena, and Baby Yoda hides himself.
Hilarious.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? It's great. I think it'll be good. But yeah, like Tom, you brought up, I haven't read too much into it, but I don't know if you saw the rumours that Pascal decided to quit filming halfway through the season.
Yeah, and apparently, like, I'm waiting to see what happens, because obviously it hasn't released yet, so we don't know. But apparently that shows up and like it skews away from the Mandalorian halfway through the season. Yeah,
I've heard that, where it might go off and start telling like individual stories about the characters, like they've gone to like a Walking Dead sort of style, where it would just focus on that. So I'm hoping it doesn't just throw us off too much.
But I'm wondering if like the rumors have started because that happened, and they've just kind of made stuff up to fit the narrative of how the show goes.
Yeah.
Or if that did happen, and that's, I mean, I can't. That's like the first season of Mandalorian is probably only 30% Pedro.
Yeah.
On screen. So I can't see that him walking off would make that much of a difference.
He did the voice acting. That's about it.
Exactly. I can't see that it would make that, because he's still under contract.
Mm.
So even if he walked off, he would either have to do the voice acting, or they would sue him for like everything he's worth, and it's not worth messing around for that.
It would never work.
Kind of a stupid reason.
Yeah.
Kind of a stupid reason he left, though. I mean,
what was the reason? I never looked into it. What was the reason?
The helmet. He wanted more of his face.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I mean,
the fact the person that wrote the article has kind of covered their own ass by saying it's what I've heard. I've had no confirmation. It might change. Like I mean,
it's an opinion piece.
She's been fairly reliable on Star Wars stuff before.
Yeah.
But the fact she's kind of covered her own ass while she's writing it makes you wonder how much truth is in it and how much like hearsay's in it.
Yeah, it's more of an opinion piece on a loose rumor. and a bit of speculation. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if anything more comes out of it. No, as I was saying to you, Tom, we were trying to cancel Gina Carano on Twitter for all of it. Just the mob came after her. For not putting in, because apparently she had a conversation, she didn't know about the pronouns of trans, and apparently she had a conversation with Pedro Pascal about it, she says, and just to get some understanding, and decided it's not saying she was interested in doing, but she supports it. She's not saying anything bad against the trans community. It's just putting pronouns in her bio wasn't something she wanted to do. She didn't feel the need to, which is fine. But then the mob came after her and demanded that she put pronouns in her bio. She's like, okay, I put beep, bop, boop in her name. Trans community, or the people that claim to represent them, or stand for them, saw that as an insult and then tried to have her cancelled and fired from the Mandalorian. They were tagging in all the fucking execs from Disney saying, look at this shit, and she was having to defend herself, and Data Racer on Twitter put a massive compilation of all the fucking shit she was getting, and it's kind of like, these people claim to represent, the females and all this and all that, and yet as soon as one of their own that they claim to, that fits all their profile has an opinion that doesn't align with theirs, that's it, they throw them under the bus. And it's sad to see. She's standing her ground. She's not only can kick her ass in real life, she's kicking her ass left, right, and centre on Twitter as well. It's entertaining.
The amount of she was getting so much shit for months beforehand. And I mean, I'm fairly left wing. Like I'm fairly liberal, like I'll happily admit it, but so when stuff like that pisses me off, it's really pissed me off. And that one really pissed me off.
Yeah, it's kind of like, come on now. I'm centre mainly. I'd sort of, I float between the two, but then you get the extremes on both, and it's just Twitter is just a fucking cesspool of shit. Just it's so bad. I mainly just follow the toy groups, and just I know that's a pocket where I can just have more interest in, but I follow a couple of people just to see what's going on, and that just blew up from what I saw.
I mean, the way I break it, if you want to get really political, for trans people to be going against a woman is quite bad anyway, because it's the women that are really getting beaten down by it all. Yeah,
well, I think it's more so the mob who, because I mean, she had loads of trans people come out and say, no, this is absolute, in terms of what they were, the shit that they were attacking Gina for. It's like, no, I have no problems with Gina doesn't want to put pronouns. There's just, they're seeing all the shit she's getting. So no, I disagree with all this. This is crap. So she's getting some defense as well. But it's the mob that claim to be all about it and will call you a homophobe and all the ists and the phobes and stuff. Yeah. And then, but then
people that have nothing to do with the actual subject matter.
No, they're just echoing. It's the big echo chamber. And as soon as someone like that, they like, well, look what's happened to J.K. Rowling. She was the biggest SJW going, and as soon as she mentioned something that she that didn't fit the opinion, like, I'm not, trans, I don't agree with, and it's like, she can have it. Wham! They attack her. They've just thrown her under the bus, and people are burning Harry Potter books now. It's like you didn't even read the book anyway, mate. What are you doing? Yeah.
But as I said, there's a massive difference between hate speech and an opinion. The fact that you're allowed to disagree with someone's opinion means that they are allowed to have an opinion. That's absolutely all there is to it. If someone's preaching hate or saying bad things about people, that's disgusting. I don't agree with that. If someone has an opinion on something, you don't have to agree with it. There's no reason you have to agree with someone's opinion.
No.
But
the days of having a discourse back and forth, sharing different opinions, saying, well, this, I see it this way, you see it that way, is, those long gone. That's it. Now it's kind of like, if you disagree, they'll hit you with a label. And just because they have no argument, they just felt like they've been violated or something. I mean, it's like, come on, man.
As far as I'm concerned, the biggest irony of the 21st century is people saying J.K. Rowling is a Nazi while burning her books.
It says you can't make it up, can you? But it sounds like you could.
That's all I'll say on that. I don't want to get too.
I agree.
That's my opinion.
No. A little just plonking the big toe in the pool of it, and we'll pull it back out. But yeah, it's quite funny. But yeah. So other than that, I have started to watch The Boys. I hadn't seen it before. I sort of knew what the comic. I knew the comic was about. It's good. It's fucked up as well. I didn't realize how fucked up it was. The drama is a lot of drama.
I like good and fucked up.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah, man. You'll love this, and you'll love it. The drama's there. I mean, even in slow episodes, you're still kind of on edge, you know, for shit to go down. There's so many eggshells that people are treading around, and it's kind of like just say one wrong word, and that's it. Everything's going to go to shit instantly. So even those slow episodes keep you going. But yeah, I'm only on episode 6 now, season 1, so I've still got a bit to go. I know you're caught up, Zach, as well, but no, so that, yeah, I guess we're in for a treat then. But I'll say, yeah, once if you get a bit of time, Tom, definitely it's worth it if you get Amazon
I need to
Prime Video.
Sit down and watch some stuff.
Yeah, I finished.
I have no time to watch anything now. I'm on nights next week, so I've got a few days free. I'm down and watch some.
Yeah, you got some time. Sorry, what were you saying, Zach?
No, I finished Cobra Kai last week, so I was like, oh wow, I forgot that season 2 of The Boys was out.
I've got to finish season 2.
You still haven't finished it?
No, it's on Netflix now, isn't it? I'm gonna have to sit down and watch season 2 properly.
Yeah. Oh man,
season 1, brilliant. I need to watch season 2.
Yeah. Because saying on what we were on about, Tom, last week, how you were hoping, you know, is Elizabeth Shue in it? Elizabeth Shue is in The Boys. So if you want Elizabeth Shue fix for now until Elizabeth Shue comes into season 3. But yeah, man, that season 1. I mean, yeah, season 2 is good. And did you watch that little teaser of season 3 from the end of Netflix trailer?
I didn't. I saw I guess at the end of the episode, and I don't know if that was before the credits or what. It showed the cell phone in the sand.
Yeah,
I didn't see anything past that.
No.
Okay, that wasn't it then.
No, yeah. The when they obviously they made a brand new trailer for season 1 and 2 for the Netflix announcement that is coming on. And they just basically give you a rundown of where we're all caught up and stuff in there. Right, and it's they've overlaid the "You're the Best" song over it, and it's a really good trailer. But then right at the end, they go right in 2021, season 3, and it opens with a 10-second little teaser, and it's
I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, and it is good. It is good. It gives you another character of who may be coming into season 3, but. Yeah, as I say, the way I've done, I absolutely adored season 1. So how far into season 2 are you now, Tom? Sorry?
I think I've watched the first 3 episodes, but it was like ages ago.
Yeah. Okay.
So cool. I'm probably going to have to like start again on season 2. To be honest, I might start again from season 1 and just watch the whole lot.
Yeah, I did. I just thought, fuck it, I just enjoyed it so much. I could talk about that show for ages.
Season 1 was so good.
Yeah.
I watched it. I had like where I used to live, like a few of my mates came up here for the weekend. That's like we went out on the piss in the evenings, and then during the day we were just watching Cobra Kai in my house.
Yeah, I did that with a friend actually. It was when not long after I finished season 1 for the first time, and I was around a friend's house like, dude, you've got to watch this, and we just binged the whole lot in one night, and yeah, he was just hooked from then on. He couldn't believe it. It's like, yes, next episode, because the way they structured it.
Even my wife was watching it. Like, that's how good it was. She won't watch anything that I watch, but she was watching Cobra Kai religiously with me.
It was actually after we got off that episode. I was like, maybe after I sober up, I'll watch this. Binging through the next day, just 8 episodes, and I was like, oh, this is great.
I know, because I was at the pub last night with mates who I haven't seen in ages, and probably won't get to do that again because we're on the verge of going into another lockdown. By looks of the thing.
You're getting what?
To them. Yeah, I said to him, "Yeah, have you seen Cobra Kai?" And he like, "Nah, it looks cheesy. I know it's on Netflix now, but I don't know about that." And I was like, "Dude, just fucking do yourself a favor and watch it. It's the best thing you'll see."
The amount of people
Really
I've seen that says it looks cheesy, and it's like, do you not remember Karate Kid? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
it was cheesy. It fits in.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Imagine if they'd have like a serious period drama of Karate Kid, you'd be like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. No,
I don't
will
want
not
this.
work.
Cheesy shit.
That great 80s music as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even like just like if anyone watching this who hadn't seen it yet, obviously spoiler alert, but when Daniel starts training Robbie, and he's got him to do all those chores around his dealership, but it's just a montage, and it obviously does the wax on wax off. He cuts in and then just like, no, do it this way, and then he goes on to fucking sweeping the floor and then doing the windows and all the karate ways, and it's kind of like, that's great because it's just expanding it a bit different, and it's like, oh, this is bullshit. Oh, what am I doing your chores for? And his missus like, you're enjoying this too much, aren't you? And he goes, oh, I love this part, and then he sees the training where he's putting it all together, and Robbie's like, whoa, what the fuck did I just do? And it's like, yes, that is Karate Kid. They even, if I'm going to give the Jada Smith movie any credit, they did that in there, and that was like, okay, that's cool. With the jacket on the floor, put it on, put it off. So
but I'm sorry,
that, and that's
jacket on, jacket off. It didn't work.
Different.
I just watched that trailer. I just watched that trailer.
He's in.
So, did you see the little 10-second snippet then?
Yeah, the little fight or whatever. Mm-hmm. Is that it?
Do you know who that is? Do you know where Daniel is at that time?
I mean, look, he's got to be on. It's obviously an island, but do you think that's Miyagi?
Tom, do you want to? Yeah, he's back in Okinawa, Japan.
Okay, is that Miyagi? One of maybe his granddaughter or something?
The person who's sweeping him to the floor is Chosen, the bad guy from number 2.
I don't think I ever.
Do you not remember number 2 when he went to Okinawa?
I don't think I ever saw number 2.
Oh, bro!
Number 2 was great.
That was so fucking good.
If I have seen it, I don't remember anything about it.
Because he's wearing the red jacket at the end, and he has a fight, the big fight at the end with Chosen. Chosen is more of the whole Karate Kid 2 is more Miyagi story rather than Daniel's. Because there's a scene right at the beginning which they actually shot for the first movie, but they didn't use it, so they tacked it onto the beginning.
Such a good scene.
Yeah, which is in Cobra Kai, when they're referencing when Kreese attacked Johnny after the tournament, so yeah, you nearly killed me and you broke my trophy. Right, that scene is at the beginning of Karate Kid Part 2. Where it's just after the tournament and they go out to the parking lot and Miyagi and Daniel witness Kreese just fucking tearing into Johnny after losing the tournament, breaks his trophy and then tries to fucking kill him in a chokehold, and Miyagi comes in and saves him. And so that's why all of the original Cobra Kai don't like Kreese and why Johnny was hesitant about bringing him back. But yeah, and then 6 months later, Miyagi goes to Japan and takes Daniel with him to something to do with the family. And
never seen it. I guess I need to watch that one.
Yeah, man.
Fucking brilliant. Karate Kid 2 was really good.
The third one, I vaguely remember the third one's forgettable, right?
Third one isn't good.
A rehash of the first one.
Yeah,
the second one was like Daniel different.
Yeah, they made Daniel really like a more of an arsehole. But then I loved the bad guy, the villain, the 2 villains in number 3, Terry Silver and Mark, were fucking great. And I hope they make an appearance in Cobra Kai at some point too. But that's, because obviously that's where Daniel gets his second tournament win.
But he joins. When does he join Cobra Kai?
He joined Cobra Kai in the third one, under Terry Silver, because he had that big bust up with Miyagi, and then he decides to, and that's when he starts punching the boards and hurting his foot, and then getting aggressive in the nightclub.
Yeah, Ash joins Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
Some movies
but
to watch.
But no,
so having that.
Can't wait for season 3 now.
2021, mate, yeah, we're waiting for fucking 2 years. These people are just binging it on YouTube, on Netflix, and I can't wait. And it's like, yeah, we had this feeling like 2 years ago. After watching we're still waiting for season 3. But the one thing I'm happy if they don't pull anything of canon for Cobra Kai is the next Karate Kid with Hilary Swank. I'm good if they just keep that
get that
out of it.
Cut it. Yeah. Never happened.
That was a thing.
Yeah, it was the 4th one with it's called The Next Karate Kid. It had Miyagi in it, but it was Hilary Swank as the new Karate Kid.
Don't watch it.
Yeah, it's not worth it whatsoever. No, but yeah, definitely get on part 2 because that's he's gone back there, so we're quite excited about that. So clearly he's gone off to try and sort of get balance in his life again. No idea where Johnny's going to be, but apparently, according to William Zabka in an interview, there's going to be a bit of a time jump in season 3. So I guess we'll be playing catch up for most of the season to fill in that time jump. You know, what's Miguel's status like? Where's Robbie? Is he around anymore? Is he going to try and pay for what he did? I'm spoiling stuff for Tom. Sorry. You there, Tom? Oh, good. He's still yet to finish season 2, so I won't spoil anything for him. I think he's shut off somewhere. Yeah. So, but yeah, bring it on, man. But that and the boys really the only thing that's really. Oh, and Mando season 2 when that comes out. Oh, shit, I'm dropping shit.
You just wait. That's all I can say. Is you just wait.
Sorry,
but I think if they've dropped. That's all right. I potentially dropped a little. End of season 2 spoiler, so I'm glad you disappeared for that.
Yeah, fair play. I'm happy.
I'm not spoiling anything for you.
He had to get a refill on his grape.
But yeah, I mean, I'm out. I'm out of fluids. I need water now. I've fucking drunk all my shit. How are you doing with your beers?
I have 2 left.
Zach, how are you doing with your beers? And they're big cans as well, aren't they?
They're the talls. Yeah. I wish I had the bottles because the bottles are like that big.
I'm disgusted. You've got 2 left.
You're what?
It's like you've got 2 left. You shouldn't have any left.
Yeah, I know. As of last time, I was done like 2 hours before we were done. Just like over here, like
one after the other. Same. Yeah, I'll plow through mine like fucking no tomorrow. Because I was out, I had quite a few last night, so I was like, no, I can't do 2 nights on the trot again.
Amateurs.
So, oh dear. Yeah, I'm getting old now. I can't handle it anymore.
What time is it?
Oh shit! Yeah, it's kind of 10 to 12, in 10 to midnight.
Jesus.
I know. Crazy. I've got fucking shit load of clearing up to do. I might have to call it a night soon, gents.
That's fine.
Oh dear. So what time are you working tomorrow, Tom?
I'll be up for 7, I think. It's all good.
Yeah. Fair play if you're happy to keep going. Oh dear. Oh fuck me. I don't really know if there's much else going really, figure-wise news. I think we covered most of it.
No, I think we've hit what we needed to hit.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, pressure's off now. We're not actually live streaming. It's just recording. We can just gas. But yeah, we've got to finish up this review, do some shots. I'm going to aim to try and get that review up by Sunday, maybe Monday. I don't know, depending on how my day goes tomorrow. But yeah, and that's it. Back to work again. How's things COVID-wise looking where you are, Zach? Is it calming down?
I don't know. My wife said it's probably going to pick back up come Christmas time, holidays and whatnot, Thanksgiving. So it's up in the air. Because I know my family back in North Carolina, they're saying restaurants and stuff just opened back up to allowing people to eat in public, but here it's been opened up for the last 3 months.
Yeah.
Going out, so it's a coin toss everywhere you go.
Yeah.
And we're getting the same over here. Like, I mean, my whole area just gone into lockdown again, and I know like I'm still alright at the minute, but they're saying it might go back into lockdown. But it's like lockdown.
Yeah.
Like the pubs are now shutting at 10 o'clock instead of 11. That's really going to make the difference. Like that extra hour is where COVID really hits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to actually get to a pub last night to meet my friends because they were saying, "Oh, we'll go to this pub." And I'm like, "Okay, we know it." And then they said, "No, can't do that. They're not letting anyone in unless you pre-booked." And they weren't even letting the girls in. Apparently, a load of ladies were showing up. You know what that's like. They always let the ladies in. No, they're just turning it away. So
that's always to get every pub like tag on a group of birds, and it's like, yeah, you can come in.
Exactly. And it was like, no, so they had to come, the other way past me, and then they said, "Oh, we can get into this one. That's fine." But then the other local one that we used to go to, we haven't been to in ages. I said, "No, we'll go here. It's cheaper," and perfectly fine. I mean, we're limited to 6 people now again, so it's only maximum 6 people. So all right, fine. Screens up everywhere. But if this second lockdown happens, it will mainly just be shutting restaurants and pubs again. I think it's not going to be as harsh. Yeah. But apparently a second wave is imminent. We're about to get it. I don't know. It's lost. It's all.
You want to know the UK law at the minute? My 2 kids, I can't take them to their grandparents' house, but I could go down the pub with my kids to meet their grandparents. That is current UK law.
Well, they've got now like schools out here. I don't know if your kids are going to school. Are your kids going to school at all?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the kids here have 2 or 3 days in school, and then the rest of the week, or it's kind of like mixed match. So they have 1 day at home, 1 day off, 1 day at home, 1 day off. And apparently the first day that the kids went back to school, it was like really big across the news, but you had kids like in the hallways, nut to butt, no mask on. And
I got my boys at primary school, and he doesn't have to wear they don't have to wear masks in primary school, but my daughter's secondary, high school, and they have to wear masks. Not in the classroom, but when they go between classes, they have to put a mask on. But it's a bit of a piss. I can send them to school with 300 kids, but I can't drop
somebody's sick. Somebody's bound to be sick.
It's just they're doing everything they can to limit it if it doesn't cost them money.
Yeah.
Right.
That's at the point we're at the minute.
Yeah. Because the furlough scheme ends in next month.
Yeah.
People will start. Our office is starting to slowly. It's a little bit busier, but a lot of people are still working from, and they will work from home until next year. Given the option.
This is it. Well, what we've noticed, I look after a lot of office buildings, and a lot of them are shutting down now because they realise that people can work from home and be just as productive. Like my brother works in an office. He's been told now, as far as they're concerned, he can work from home permanently and come in 1 day a week.
That's crazy.
And it's like, when you consider one of the office buildings I look after, like one of the biggest ones in Newcastle, and it looks over the quayside on the river, and it's really smart. And they're probably paying like $5-6 grand a month rent, and now they're realizing we don't need to pay that.
No,
because we're still in business with people working from home.
Yeah,
and it's costing us nothing.
It's eventually going to be a thing now.
Yeah. It's going to happen.
Yeah, office life would change forever now. I mean, I've just spent the last 2 weeks putting up screens on people's desks. You know, just the corner screen, like, it's just fucking massive.
Yeah.
I'm so good at it.
We've made a fortune putting screens up for people. Like, because I look after a lot of NHS buildings.
Yeah.
We've been going around putting screens up for them. Like, I haven't, because that's not my job, but like our company has been putting screens up for them. And it's just mental, like the amount of work that's going into the COVID thing, and they're not even in there.
No, they're preparing them all for the return, but none of them are going to return. That's what cracks me up. That's like, I've just spent 2 weeks putting screens up. The companies come in, they bought screens from these people. As I'm a porter, my team, we've put them all up, blitz for them. So good to the point where you could probably get a job with the screen company themselves. I know, that's a fallback of mine. And all for anticipation of these people coming back. I mean, you just know they're just not gonna come back. I mean, our building is relatively new, so the bank that I contracted to moved to this brand new building in London, and they've got this whole floor full of executive meeting rooms, and you know, the departments have to book the meeting room. That costs money, and they put in all these brand new Cisco telecoms communications things in them, and yet that whole floor is now shut and will be shut until next year. And Zoom has come along and just been like, no, fuck your Cisco, Zoom is everything now. So they've just blown all this money, and they're spending about near enough 4 million they've spent on shipping IT equipment to people for their houses so they can continue trading from home. And yeah,
I'm telling you, who's making the money is Zoom. Zoom's making some money.
Yeah. I know who's making the biggest money. People selling perspex. I should have invested in perspex at the start of this, and I'd be a millionaire now.
It's fucking crazy. It's like, so you've got about 2 or 3 floors shut. They're doing work on the floors now. The only people that are in are like a handful of traders, the cleaners, the facilities team, which I'm part of, and that's it. And some of the reception people are coming in every now and then. And we've had a busy couple of weeks, but more often than not, I'm just sitting at a desk waiting for a phone call. Just can you go do this? Can you go do that? There's just not enough work for me and my team. So we're worried that we're going to get, some redundancies are going to be made just because they don't need us. So yeah, I don't know. We're just going to have to see how it goes. I can't see him returning, even when, there's none on furlough that I'm aware of. They're all working from home, and those who can work in, they're coming in. So I just don't know. It's a big question mark.
It's going to be a massive change.
Yeah.
Massive. But people like us are still going to be needed.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. So
people still need office space, whatever happens, but I don't think it's going to be the same.
No.
As it was.
Yeah. Like apparently the investment bank that I'm at, their most profitable quarter has been this time when everyone's been working from home. So apparently that's doing something right. But the thing is, what's annoying me is those that have come in are just refusing to obey, like they're not wearing masks. They're not, so, they're not, even though we've had to move loads of people from, so they're separated. Now they're just rolling back next to them. And it's like traders are like children in a playground, except they're not playing with toys. They're playing with millions and millions of whatever currency you can think of. And they're acting like children, and you can't do anything with them because they're the ones that make all the money for the company. So you just got to be, yes, sir. And for fuck's sake, they're just absolute kids in suits.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, I know.
Pain in the arse. Yeah. So that's where we are at the moment. So I doubt I'll get to go to the pub not for a while. Oh yeah, and they just cancelled the New Year's fireworks in London, because every city has their big fireworks celebration. You see it on the TV.
Oh, they finally cancelled it.
Yeah, so our mayor of London has finally cancelled this year's fireworks for us. So if you see on the TV for New Year's, every city having their fireworks celebration, Australia being the first because they're in the future, and then it all skip London if any other country doesn't cancel their fireworks celebration. Yeah.
Oh man. I'm curious to see how Black Friday is going to work.
That'll be interesting. Because that's only something that we've recently started doing here. They're like, we copy all the American stuff.
I'm buying there, isn't it? It's like Oh, it's Black Friday. I'm going to sit here in my pants and order a TV.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's not as much WrestleMania at the door. I think it can be sometimes when they're all scrambling for that cheap TV that was always cheap. It's just even cheaper now, and they're wrestling over it. But I think a lot of it's you're gonna have your onlines like Cyber Monday. You know, all the online shit, and it'll just go crazy. So it'll be interesting to see what we get for deals. But yeah.
It'll be interesting.
When is Black Friday for you guys? I think we have it the same day or a week after. I can't remember.
Thanksgiving Day.
Thanksgiving. That's November, isn't it? End of November.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it usually starts about 6 o'clock in the evening. So. I don't go anywhere anyway, so we just sit at the house. So.
Nah, that's fair enough. I mean, that's it. I haven't been out in ages. Last night was kind of it. First time I've been out in a while. I mean, I'm seeing a friend for lunch tomorrow, and I haven't seen him in ages. But then, yeah, most of the time it's just weekends in here. But I mean, thank God we've got this hobby to keep us going. Yeah.
For sure, definitely.
Yeah.
This has been great.
Yeah, man. Oh dear. I don't know about you guys, but I'm absolutely shattered.
Yeah,
I'm ready for dinner.
Yeah, I mean, we'll wrap it up there, guys. Oh, I mean, sorry I couldn't get us live. I'll fucking sort this shit out some next time. See what's going on my Zoom, but this, as it's recorded, I can just then, wherever it's saved, I have to find where it's saved. I can just upload it, and it will just be a recorded episode, but it'll still get out there. But yeah, so next time I'll have it all figured out. I said that last week, and I still haven't figured the shit out. Always something new. There's something. Oh, just like give myself half an hour before I go, and it'll be all right. And yeah, no, I'm fucking dealt this hand again. But no worries. I appreciate you guys coming on and hanging out. I really do. Always nice. Absolutely, mate. Definitely get you back on it.
Yeah, we'll do it again.
Yeah, for sure, mate. For sure. With all the fucking toy news dropping left, right, and centre, we've got tons to. Oh, we'll have to get you back on when you get those turtles. When you get the court scales.
I'll put them all like in my lap like they're my kids.
Guys, I want you to introduce it to my children. Here we go. Raph. Say hello, Raph. That'll be cool, man. Okay, nice one, guys. So I will end with hit us with your social media so the good people on the interwebs can know where you are. Zach, where can they find you on the interwebs?
SNA Toys for the time being, until I get some new content out. But yeah, that's me for right now.
Absolutely, absolutely. And Tom, we know where you can find you, but just for the good people that are tuning in for the first time, I do.
Toy Art 2, which is probably the most unoriginal Instagram name ever. People think I'm fucking one of those photo share sites, but you know, it's just me. And Tom's Dioramas. Yeah. And the Gundam shed as well, my new one. I keep forgetting about that.
Oh, you got a new one.
Yeah, my Gundam painting site.
Okay.
So
I've got 3 photos up. that's how good it is.
I'm about to go follow you.
So is it at the Gundam shed? Is that one word?
That's it.
That's it. Okay.
It's an original name because I paint Gundams in my shed. So, you know.
Thing is, though, that what cracks me up is there is another Tom Green floating around Instagram, and he's a full-blown action figure customizer.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah.
I went to school with another Tom Green. You know, I have any idea how annoying that is.
It's all right. There's an account that follows me called Project something Customs, and it's another P word. I forget, Project something, and it's like, why have a name so similar to mine, or have I got a similar name to you? I don't know who was first.
It works. Okay, like when I went to school, there was another Tom Green, and like on a Monday, when there was the group assembly, and they say, right, Tom Green, because you come to the front of the end because you're going to get detention. I could just leave. Oh, I thought you meant the other one. And then they get two. So, you know,
it sounds like a common English name, Tom Green.
You'd think it would be, but
not the guy from Freddy Got Fingered. Not that one.
Daddy, would you like some sausage?
I've had so much of that.
The backwards man. Oh, film was too fucked up. Yeah. So no, you didn't have the lovely joy of being married to Drew Barrymore.
No, I'd have taken that.
Nice one. And yes, you can follow us here, subscribe to the channel if you would please, it'd be great. And Project Piper Customs. And if you want to see some, well, I don't post anything on my personal account anymore, it's mainly just memes. InstaBen84 is my personal one. But yeah, Facebook, all that jazz. All the links will be in the description. And yeah, so gentlemen, thank you again for hanging out with me. And we'll get you all back on again for sure. And we'll
see you in 2 weeks.
Give it a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And next week, providing I get everything working, I will be doing a live with Turtle Boy 83, 84, I forget which one it is, Turtle Boy, Drip Mode and TMNT configuration, and all three will be showing off their secret of the use Super Shredder Dock Dioramas. Drip Mode's just done a video of his, Pietro's yet to finish his, and so is TMNT configuration, but I thought it would be cool just to showcase all the different things they got going on. But they all look fantastic, and yeah, it's gonna be a good one. And I'm gonna line up some other people for next week and just do some more hangouts. Yeah, and you're all
I'm looking forward to seeing that one.
Yeah,
Definitely.
So yeah, that will be it, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Shame we couldn't be live, but yeah, and thanks again for joining me, guys. We'll let you go, and yeah, until next time, gents. We'll catch you on the Instas. But yeah, we'll chat soon. See you later, guys.
See you, man. Have a good one.
Cheers, mate.